been injured in an accident, one thing leads to another. Your injury leads to treatment. Treatment leads to hospital bills. Bills lead to debt. Debt leads to stress. The advocates can help relieve that stress. Having an advocate attorney on your side leads to faster resolutions, fair outcomes, and a peaceful recovery for you. You deserve an advocate.
This is The Monty Show, the truth in sports talk streaming. When you want unbiased opinions about your favorite team without the spin, all you have to do is find The Monty Show, streaming live and available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on YouTube. And now, here's Monty.
Hey, The Monty Show, Tuesday, April 14th, 2026. Already in the second quarter of the year. Where's it going? Right? As usual, on The Monty Show, we are presented by the Advocates at theadvocates.com, the best injury attorneys in the business. And again, I will just tell you, 24/7, 365, clear, risk-free advice is available to you. Call the Advocates first. Do not wait. Do not call your insurance companies. Get to theadvocates.com. They're going to tell you straight away, hey, do you have a case? Do you need an attorney? Because trust me when I say the advocates don't just take every case, right? Because they know they don't get paid unless and until they win your case. So they're going to fight for you. They're going to fight like dogs, dude. And they fought that fight and they've won that fight. And the best part is you never reach into your pocket to pay the advocates. No consultations. There are no, big retainers. No. You don't pay the advocates unless and until they win your case. So you get a settlement, the advocates get paid. You don't get a settlement, the advocates don't get paid. It's as simple as that. You call that money motivated, friends. Hook it up, theadvocates.com. Make sure you tell them you heard about it on The Monty Show. Don't forget 2 more shows left this week as Jake and I will be jetting off to Las Vegas, Nevada for a little weekend, a little long weekend, if you will. I will continue to be a terrible golfer while Jake hits the ball a mile. And we'll see how all that goes.
Hopefully your driver survives the tee box. Hopefully you don't go full Sergio on that thing.
Oh, no, I'm good. I got the new club. Maybe I'll show off the new club later today. It's leaning right over there.
Best head cover in the bag. Just saying.
I think it is. Yes, I got a new 5-wood yesterday. From my friends at PXG. So we appreciate that very much. We'll talk about all that, but I want to come out and I want to fight for the pride. I want to fight the personal fight.
Roll Tide!
That is Ty Simpson being drugged and smeared by, Jesus loves me, some Fernando Mendoza.
Now, here's what I don't understand. So you roll up today in this, this fancy ass Notre Dame rowback performance hoodie that I personally love. It looks beautiful. It's amazing. But, for those of you who are uneducated about rowback's offering, Monty could have easily gotten an Alabama hoodie, which we all know would have been better for this topic. So it would have been, you can change your hoodie if you got the Roll Tide in the closet, bro. I mean, that's not too late.
I'm not an Alabama fan. Why are you being
nothing but the Tide, baby?
Why are you being like this? Who hurt you, Jake? Why choose violence today?
Nick Saban is a better man than you are.
It's all about the Irish. It is what it is. Bavacqua Company, they got my vote. Now you lose a game. Yeah, you lose a game this year. We ain't never putting this hoodie back on. I'm just saying. We went with the little, dog in. Yeah. It's backwards. The little dog in suds on the corner there. Yeah, and thank you. Where's your vest, you coward?
On the back of the chair, dude.
On the back of the chair, bro.
35 degrees outside in Eugene. Not wearing the vest today. Needed the full quarter zip.
It's what outside?
It's let's see, what is it? Oh, excuse me. It's 41 degrees currently, according to the weather app.
Yeah, today's going to be a terrible weather day in the PNW. Got to head out of town this morning. We give directions and details, but that is a James thing. Okay. Bo, hello. Frog Father, hello. is what it is, right? I need to golf with Monty. He's got all the women cheering for him on his swings in his driver video. Dude, I'm telling you.
That was funny, dude. Those people were like, whoa, dude.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm not even bragging, but I watch a lot of swings. When I hit the ball well, it's...
Can you measure it?
Yeah, it's something. I don't know what it is, but it's so loud. When I get the middle of the face, it is... It is. I had dudes on another tee box watching me hit drivers. So I feel like we were doing some things well.
Mm-hmm.
But it's always fun when you're hitting driver well and the people you're playing with are oohing and awing. I legitimately hit the longest drive I've ever hit on a golf course Saturday.
All gas, no brake.
So
just it's a wonderful thing.
That downward club path.
Mm-hmm.
Got to get that downward club path right. And good things happen. Good things happen. But Corey, hello. Good to see you, sir. No Shoes Nation. Okay. Let's get in. I want to fight for Ty Simpson. Look, I have slightly moved to the middle because I'm the only one who says Ty Simpson's the best quarterback in the draft. I'm a man on an island, and I totally get it. And I'm willing to die on that hill. Everybody else wants Jesus's brethren, he of hot ants.
In God's name, image, and likeness.
Everybody wants Fernando Mendoza. And, frankly, fine. You want bless. Fernando Mendoza and you want to be that guy, please knock yourself out. I'm Team Ty Simpson. And I understand that Fernando Mendoza does a lot of really good things. But you get into Ty Simpson, the photographic memory that I think is real. A lot of people think it's BS. I think he's got a photographic memory, right? The pre-snap stuff, him diagnosing defenses, manipulating the mic backer, moving his back to manipulate the defense, motion, all that stuff. He is elite at it. Listen to him talking to John Gruden, and you just begin to understand how much, A, he loves football, and B, how smart Ty Simpson is.
Call I have ever seen in a game. And I know everybody in the stadium knows you're running a sprint out to your left. The back's offset to the left. You rolled out and reversed back here and hit the back to end George's night. That's a hell of a play design, man. Give me that. Hurry up.
Yeah.
I don't need the name of the play. Show me what the hell your recollection was of this play at the end of the Georgia game. Because I'm putting this in. When I come back coaching, I'm running this.
Coach, we've been sitting on this for 2 years.
There's no way this is a rollout to your right. Go ahead.
Nope. So we're going to bring him in motion, and they're, running, acting like we're running smash to the left, right? And then the back's going to go out, have the flat. Y's got the corner. I'm going to sell like I'm sprinting out to the left and coming back right and just reading this low to high, starting with the flat to the corner, back to the cross, back down to the back.
What a hell of a job, man. And your back had the presence to stay in what?
Stay in bounds.
Stay in bounds and
hitting the table. We've been sitting on this for 2 years. Like, you can just tell football is Ty Simpson's life. And if I'm drafting you in the first round, and I think he's going to find his way into the first round, I think he's a first round pick. Ty Simpson's the quarterback you want. Fernando Mendoza is a nice guy. He'll pray with you. He will deliver you the body and the blood of Christ.
And a national championship.
Shut up, Jake. He will show off his national championship ring. Look at it, Monty. Monty, you can't, look at it, bro. It's right here, bro.
It really hit me.
Yeah, totally get it. I want Ty Simpson.
I think people question your arm strength.
That's a great question. I don't, come watch me throw. Everybody will, refrain from that from now on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
it's crazy. But yeah, I wanted to, one, show arm strength, and then two, show everybody that I could go under center, whether it's 7-step, 5-step, 3-step, 3 plant, 5 plant, like just something to where I can do everything. And then to have movements, everybody can sit there and throw in shorts, right? But when you have Myles Garrett, TJ Watt, Max Crosby coming off the edge, how can you get your base back and your feet in the ground? And that's something that I feel like I do best. And then, throwing on the run, everybody asks, I'm not the most athletic guy. And I just left that off too. You know what I mean? It's like, it's preposterous how people, view me when they hadn't seen me in person and seen what I could do.
Now, did you hear the tell in that? Is he going to be drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Baltimore Ravens, the Cincinnati Bengals, or the Cleveland Browns? Because he mentioned 3 defensive ends, all of them in the AFC North. I tend to agree with people who say somebody in the NFC North is going to draft Ty Simpson. Because he meant AFC North, excuse me. Because he mentioned Myles Garrett, TJ Watt. Right?
Max
okay.
Crosby.
But do you hear him? And the way he talks? And what did he say? Everybody throws well in shorts. Oh, Fernando Mendoza. He redefined the quarterback position while he was throwing in shorts. I mean, I've never seen a workout.
That's the untrained eye.
I mean, did you see that guy's crotch cannon when he was wearing those shorts? I mean, my God. Glissy time, dude. Glissy that thing, Monty. Everybody looks good in shorts.
Macaque.
But listen, I don't want to talk to Fernando Mendoza. Is Fernando Mendoza the guy you want to go shoot around a golf with? No, he's not. And I probably put too much into, hey, do you want to play around a golf with that guy? You want to play around a golf with Jesus Christ? No, he's dead. My point is, I want to play around a golf with Ty Simpson. I'll play around
the best people.
I want to play. No, I don't want to play around a golf with him. I want to play around a golf with,
Doesn't get any more red, white, and blue than that.
Ty Simpson seems like a generally good dude. And if I'm drafting quarterback, Jake, I'll sit here and I will die on this hill. I am taking Ty Simpson. He is the best quarterback in this draft.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's a two-way street, man. All the arguments you're making for Ty Simpson, it's the same way someone could die on the hill for Fernando. I agree completely that anybody can go out there in shorts and a t-shirt. That's what I said yesterday, right? That's what I said about Fernando. Like, everyone getting all hard over Fernando Mendoza's pro day. Like, I wasn't impressed. Like, great, dude, you can sling it all over the field in a pro day. Like, shouldn't you be able to do that, like, out of bed? Like, shouldn't you just be able to wake up, walk into a building, and throw a football? Like, that's you're going to be an NFL quarterback. That's just like a prerequisite of the job. That's like people celebrating you for being in sales and, dialing the phone. Like, that's just what you do, and I think that do I love listening to guys break down plays and get excited and do those things? Absolutely. I think that Ty definitely has. Look, Ty and Fernando are different personality-wise, and I do think that again in the draft, that's a key portion of the conversation. What is this particular organization or that particular organization looking for in their quarterback personality-wise? And
that's right.
And I do think that Kirk Cousins and Fernando are kind of the same guy. Right? I mean, they're pretty similar. You look at builds, how they play the game, personality, the way they kind of talk about the game. So it kind of makes sense that the Raiders did that and paired those two up in a sense. And for Ty, Ty is the guy that you can tell, man, he's a guy's guy, loves football. Like you're not going to have trouble with him off the field. I wouldn't guess. I'd be really surprised by anything like that in his career. And I think that, again, it's just situational. I think that if the guy goes to the Browns, he's going to have a piss poor 5-year run with the Browns because it's the Browns. They're terrible. Like, they're awful. He's got nothing to work with. If you go to the Steelers, now we're having a different conversation. You go to the
Jets. What about the Jets?
I think that's self-explanatory. You go to the Jets, you're on to the next.
I think there is a lot of credence if you do the mock drafts, right? And you look at Fernando Mendoza is going to go to the Las Vegas Raiders. I think it's a fait accompli. It's over. It's done.
Yeah.
I think Ty Simpson, there's a real chance he goes to the Arizona Cardinals. I think there's a real chance you start looking at the bottom of the draft. I also think that there is a real chance that the Steelers need a quarterback. I don't think the Dolphins have the ability to draft a quarterback while Ty Simpson's available. The Dolphins need a quarterback. And I look at the mock drafts, and I think it's going to be awfully tough for him to get out of the first round. I think it's going to be really tough because if you go the bottom 10 picks, okay, so if we go 22 to 32, 22 the Chargers, no. Eagles, no. Cleveland Browns at 24.
I wouldn't. Why would you? You've got quarterbacks.
Chicago Bears, no. Buffalo Bills, no. 49ers, no. Houston Texans, no. Kansas City, no. 30, Miami Dolphins. Now, they need defense. There is no question about that.
They need a lot of things.
I think that's the first place that a guy like a Dylan Thieneman could go. But I think 30 to the Dolphins, that could happen. 30.
I wouldn't write off the Eagles, though, with the relationship between them and Hurts and all the things that we know is going on.
So much money tied up in him.
Yeah, I'm aware of that, but again, these two have been going at each other the whole offseason, man. And
you got to trade. If you're going to do that, you got to trade AJ Brown. Simple as that.
Yeah.
You've got to trade. You've got to make a move on that. The Eagles won't do that. I think it gets real at 30. 31, the Patriots, no. 32, the Seahawks, no. I think the Seahawks are all in on Jadarian Price. I think he absolutely ends up there. But there are some places where you could see, a lot of people think Carolina could be a place. And I don't disagree with that. Bryce Young, I understand that he had a great year last year. I think the Dallas Cowboys are going to make trades, which is going to open up opportunities for other teams. I can't see him getting out of the first round.
Yeah,
I really don't.
He, based on the availability of starter, the lack of availability of open jobs for starters in the league, I mean, Ty Simpson smacks of, hey, we're a good team. We want to add depth in the quarterback room. We want to mitigate injury risk in the quarterback room. Let's draft this guy, develop him, get him what he needs, and basically get him ready so that if our starter goes down 8 games into the year, he can bridge us to the playoffs.
But isn't this the Fernando Mendoza problem? Is it realistic to pay Kirk Cousins what you paid him and then sit Fernando Mendoza?
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, it's a lot of money, but they're clearly fine with it. I mean, that's again, it's a long-term play though. I mean, it's not a short-term investment. I mean, you're paying Kirk for probably 2 seasons, I mean, I would guess.
Certainly. I would guess so too.
And then, Fernando will step in and we'll see what he can do. I think that's the play. So you're really making like a 7-year play, basically, a 6-year play. You've got 2 with Kirk, 4 or 5 with Fernando. Ideally, you're re-upping with Fernando after 3 years because he's played so well that he's earned that. So I think that's what you're looking at. But I would much rather be doing what the Raiders are doing than just throwing Fernando right into the fire. I've always maintained.
This is the first time they've had a plan though, Jake, and how long?
Ages, long time. So I mean, it's new, but it's also Tom Brady, and I think it shouldn't be surprising. That's the other factor. I mean, how involved is Tom going to be in Fernando's development? What does that look like? How does that manifest itself? Because you can't tell me he's not going to be around.
Well, I would have to think he'd be heavily involved. 1, 2. Marcus wants to know if you're double collared today. You have a polo shirt on.
Yeah.
Is that a polo shirt?
It is a polo shirt, yes.
It's buttoned all the way up.
Yes.
And you have a zipper collar that's not all the way up, but you are double collared today.
Yeah, I mean,
we're
a
little dark.
I thought it looked fine.
What are we, professional guy today?
Sure. I mean, I don't know if anybody's realized this or not, but most days it's a polo shirt. There are some days where it's not. Most days it's a polo shirt with the vest. So I mean, today was just quarter zip because it's, Arctic winter outside and raining. So, I needed a little more warmth than just the vest.
Yeah, I agree. Alex, I think Fernando Mendoza will get drafted before Ty Simpson. Really?
Wow, dude. I mean, just breaking news here on the Monty program. Fernando, I love Jesus Christ Mendoza is going to be drafted before Ty Simpson.
Big
Incredible.
moves happening. Big things popping here. I had no idea. I freely admit I'm a bad person. I'm a bit, but in all seriousness, if you could draft either one, are you still team Fernando Mendoza, Jake? And in the comments section, after you hit the like button, because again, I was told yesterday I'm terrible at YouTubing. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Yeah, subscribe. Click the bell, Monty. Hit the like button. Are in the comments section, Fernando Mendoza or Ty Simpson? I think Ty Simpson is going to be a significantly better quarterback. Jake, where do you come down on it?
Yeah, I mean, I think if we're just looking quarterback for quarterback and skill set, I mean, I do think Fernando, is fully capable. He's got a good body. He's got a good arm. I think that everybody discounts his mentals because people just want to say, oh, well, he just stood back there in the shotgun and just threw his first read and didn't have to read anything or didn't have to go through a progression or do any of that. And Ty ran a pro style offense and so everyone wants to look at that and say Ty is superior because of that. But I don't know that we should be discounting Fernando's ability. I mean, again, we just want to write off that the guy won a national championship. I think, if Ty Simpson had won a national championship, everyone would be saying he's the best quarterback in the draft and he should be going number one overall. So, I mean, I just think it's 6-1. I think that we don't know what Fernando looks like in Gruden's camp because he hasn't been in Gruden's camp. I don't know what that looks like. I know that you're a weird ass interview. I know that you're that corny ass guy who it kind of trends that way. So as a guy, yeah, I probably prefer Ty Simpson, but I'm definitely not ready to say that Ty is just going to be a lot better or going to have a way better career. I think that that's largely unknown. But what I do think we know, if you're talking value, if you're talking about money, yeah, Ty Simpson is the better value. You're going to get him late in the first round. You're not going to have to pay him number one overall pick money. He's clearly a guy that you could put number two on a really good team, and he would understand the vision and the mission of like, hey, yeah, it's not your time now, but you need to stay ready and be ready because it will be your time soon enough. And that would work out just fine. So I wouldn't at all be surprised to see Ty get drafted by a surprise team that's got NFL or quarterback gurus in the coaching room, right? I mean, if you said, hey, Kyle Shanahan wants to draft Ty Simpson to mitigate any type of injury risk with Brock Purdy, nobody would be surprised, right?
Correct.
Or if if another quarterback guru wanted to draft him, nobody would be surprised. So that's what I'm saying. Ty's future, I think, is. I agree that, yeah, like, do the Dolphins need a quarterback? Certainly. But you're talking about the Dolphins, the Browns, the Jets, like these bad organizations. I hope that he's able to find his way to a good organization because I think if that's the case, then he's got, the sky's the limit for him.
Yeah, I think when you're the second quarterback off the draft, the only one going to a worse organization is the first quarterback off the draft, off the board. And I actually think the Raiders... I mean, it's crazy to say this out loud, but I feel like the Raiders are not the worst situation right now.
No.
I feel like the Raiders, you're moving in a better direction. As crazy as it is to say that, I think if you wind up with the Jets, I mean, I don't know what to make of the Dolphins at this point or somebody like that. The Browns, I'd rather be a Raider. There's better golf in Las Vegas. Right? I mean, I'd rather be a Raider than a. Am I crazy about that? Like, if you look at the crappiest teams in the NFL, would you rather be a Raider or a Jet? How do you'd much rather be a Raider?
Yeah, you
right?
I mean, if we want to go back to the old laughing stock of the NFL, which would be the NFL report cards, the Jets didn't exactly light up the report cards from a player perspective.
Would you rather be a Jet or an Arizona Cardinal?
Probably Cardinal. Honestly, probably
a Cardinal.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, if you're a quarterback, you don't want to be a Jet. I mean, that is just tried and true, man. You're going to be there a couple of seasons and you're going to be gone.
So Jets are the worst. Browns second worst.
Yes.
I mean, they won 5 games last year. Right? But I think I wouldn't want to be a Cleveland Brown.
No.
Not if I'm a starting quarterback, not right now. Okay, so Browns, Jets, then Cardinals?
Probably.
I mean,
yeah, probably.
It's Cardinals, Commanders. I'd rather be a Commander than a Cardinal. I'd rather be a New York Giant than a Cardinal. What about like the Cincinnati Bengals? That's got to be one of the worst organizations in the NFL right now.
Yeah.
What about the New Orleans Saints?
See, the Saints is a tough one though, because they weren't one of the worst organizations for a long time, right? But all that success was built on Sean Payton and Drew Brees, and that duo.
Well,
and
it feels like that. It feels like that.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Is it not like that? I mean, you haven't been a good team since those two left. Like you know what I mean? Like the results are kind of speak for themselves almost, I feel like, so I don't know. I mean, it's okay. So then we got to talk about Atlanta, right? You did Cousins only to draft Michael Penix. Now we're now we're trying to figure out, what's next. So I think that, if you're a quarterback, I think that the Vikings wouldn't be the worst place to wind up, even though you've got Kyler there. It's still, that wouldn't be a terrible spot to land. I think that there's not a lot of bandwidth in the league right now for starting quarterbacks. Honestly, like most organizations have one now, and that's kind of the hard part. Is that?
But is Kyler an answer? Or is he just a band-aid?
Oh, I think he's an answer in Minnesota. Yeah, I'm excited to see what Kyler can do with Kevin O'Connell, for sure. I think that those two, I think that assuming we don't have season-ending, injuries and things like that, if he stays healthy, I think that they're going to be good, dude. They haven't had a legitimate quarterback that you can rely on that can move and make the throws and do the things. And how long? I mean, how long has it been? Even with Kirk Cousins,
long time.
Even with Kirk Cousins. So I think that you're looking at a team that I think is. I'm not saying they're going to win the North, but I do think they're going to be much better. And I wouldn't mind going there if I was Ty Simpson.
Really?
Yeah, especially with the success that Sam Darnold had in Seattle after being in Minnesota.
Do you want to be a Charger or a Viking?
A Viking, for sure.
A Steeler or a Viking?
I mean, if you're a starter for the Steelers, you probably got that gig for as long as you want it.
Panthers or Vikings?
Vikings.
Colts or Vikings?
I mean, they've made questionable draft decisions before, but at the same time, I feel like they want to win. So I think that's pretty close.
Buccaneers or Vikings?
Probably Vikings. Baker's got that job on lock, dude, and he's usually pretty healthy.
Falcons or Vikings?
Yeah, I think Vikings. That's not even close for me.
Really?
Yeah, I just think that the Falcons have been terrible, dude. The Vikings have only been bad because, the Vikings have been bad because they've been going through quarterback carousel hell, right? Largely of their own doing. But Atlanta's been bad because they're just wasting Bijan and the rest of those guys. They're not doing anything. So I don't think that's that close.
Well, and here's the other one.
That whole division's ass, though. So
Cowboys or any of these other teams? Do you want to play for the Dallas Cowboys over the Vikings, over the Patriots, Jaguars, Texans? But what about Cowboys or Bills? Cowboys or Bears? Cowboys
listen,
or
I think if we're having the conversation from Ty Simpson, I mean, going to the Bills would not be the worst thing in the world at all.
What about going to the Cowboys?
I mean,
it's not going to happen, but I mean,
I guess it comes down to what you think of Jerry Jones, right? And that whole dilemma, because we know that Jera, the great circumciser of Skeeters, is prioritizing, negotiating directly with players and cutting agents out and, all the scheming and stuff. So it's like, I don't know if you're excited about that.
Yeah, I think Dallas, I want to win. If I'm a rookie, I'd probably rather be in a place like Dallas where I get first-class treatment. That's what comes to my mind. That's what I would think.
Yeah.
So, listen, I just wanted to fight for the honor of Ty Simpson because, again, I feel like I'm the only one doing that. I feel like, and hey, I'll probably be wrong. Yeah, I'll probably be wrong. And I'm happy to be wrong.
Paul didn't go in the hoop.
I hope Fernando Mendoza has an incredible career.
No, you don't. That's a lie.
No, I do. I don't wish anybody. Listen, when you put the effort it takes to get to the number one pick in the NFL draft, I think of some of the busts at the top. The guys like the bad quarterback situation, the Dylan Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders, Zach Wilson.
Yes.
No.
You feel terrible for those guys because they just get torpedoed. You think, is there anybody who's happy about the path of Tua Tagovailoa?
No.
You feel terrible for the kid. Like, I feel like he gave his life away for nothing. Well, hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yes.
But I feel like he paid hundreds of millions of dollars for CTE.
Yeah. Hey, here's 20 years of my life. Give me hundreds of millions of dollars.
I'm telling you, it's not, and this is probably an odd time to bring it up. I just have no desire to ever let my kid or their kids play tackle football.
Yeah, I just don't understand. So I'm at the range last night, right? After work or whatever. And there's this 10-year-old swinging it and just looks amazing for a little kid. And I was like, dude, like, why would you ever put your kid in football when you can sit them out on a golf course and just have them hit a ball around all day, And if you start them young, there's a really good chance they have the opportunity to be good.
And it'll save you money. Not that golf is cheap, but it will save you money. Football is expensive.
I feel like now with how much traction golf has got, football just to me is just not. I understand that football is an institution. I get that, but I'm not putting my kid through that type of damage, dude. That's just not happening. And I think that there's so many other paths, dude. And
yep.
I know absolutely on this show right. we obsess over golf or whatever, and maybe that's not other shows, but like I just think that golf is such an accessible sport, meaning you don't like the wonderful thing to me about the game just generally is that it doesn't matter. Like you could be 5'10" or you could be 7 feet tall. Nobody cares. It literally doesn't matter. Like it just doesn't matter. And that's the beautiful part about it, where I feel like even not just football, but like if you look at baseball or like these different sports, like there is that factor of like you do have to be a certain caliber of athlete to get to, the big leagues, the NFL, the NBA. Like 5'10" buddies not making it in most of these situations.
5'10" buddy.
Like, you know what I mean? Like you're just not doing that. And that's the difference. So yeah, I wouldn't Tua changed the way I watch football in totality.
Well, that's true. I agree with that. Yeah.
Like 1, 2, I would never put my kid through it. And 3, I just don't find myself like just going out of my way to consume it anymore. It really is in the playoffs, I watch all the playoffs, of course, but in the regular season, it's really not a thing where I'm like, man, I'm posted up all day Sunday watching football. That's just
Are you losing your passion for sports?
I mean, I'm not losing my passion for golf, dude. And again, I said this last week, but I really do think it's the relatability factor. Why is the Masters so enjoyable? because I know exactly what it's like to stand under a tree and try to hit a 70-yard little roller shot back into the fairway.
Yeah.
Like, we've all tried to do that and had to do that, but I don't know what it's like to throw a football 70 yards or drop a guy, between the tackles, or I don't know what that's like, dude. Like, I'm not going to pretend to know how much that hurts.
Yeah.
I have no idea. So it's just a different thing, but I haven't lost my love for games of consequence on a football field. Like, playoff game, like AFC, NFC championship games, the Super Bowl.
I love the NFL. I don't care if it's August, October, or January. I love the NFL. I love passionately Notre Dame football. I'm a huge sports fan. The only sport I've truly fallen away from right now is the NBA. It is, and the NBA coming back to Seattle, I think, is exactly what I need. I don't know how long I'll live in Seattle, right? But I hope the NBA thrives here.
Yeah.
Because this town is a great sports town. But am I excited about garden variety MAC Saturday afternoon football? No, I'm not. Am I excited about Notre Dame going undefeated and winning the national championship and CJ Carr winning the Heisman Trophy? And, yeah, of course. It's going to be a great year. I'm going to be insufferable on this MFer. And you're going to enjoy the ride.
And I want that known.
Yeah, I am a Notre Dame hoe. Alex. Yeah, and I want that known. The Browns already have Dylan Gabriel and Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders is playing quarterback for the Cleveland Browns.
Whoa, dude, who's Deion? Bro, Deion Sanders grew some toes back and is now playing in the league?
How is that possible?
Wow.
Huh. I don't really think they need another one. No, I would agree. But Dylan Gabriel's
needs
a bust.
Another one. But
Dylan Gabriel's a bust. Let's be honest with it. Dylan Gabriel is a bust.
Yeah.
He just, come on. Don't forget JJ McCarthy.
Again, you're just dumb. Like, I don't know what the Vikings were looking at. I don't know. Like, I almost feel like it was Miss Teen USA South Carolina all over again in the draft room. I personally believe that JJ McCarthy is the next savior of our organization, even though he's not proven anything at the quarterback level in college.
Jake.
Like, come on, dude.
Jake.
My God.
Jake.
Dirac.
You're taking the O out of count, Jake.
Yeah. Yeah, I am, dude. Everybody and their mother knew that JJ wasn't about to be that guy, yet they still drafted him.
Jerry World has always been a clown show post America's Team era. Totally agree. Can't stop talking about Texas Tech. Why? What is it you keep talking about with Texas Tech?
Yeah, we can talk about that.
We'll talk about Texas Tech in a minute.
Oh, we'll get to the airmen.
I checked the Tower Chiefs logs.
It says Texas Tech is a joke on the logs. We'll get to that.
When did Texas Tech fan become so uppity?
We did what we did.
And for a football program that quite literally has accomplished nothing. Like, you've won nothing.
Oh, but Monty, the conference title.
No but Monty's. You've literally won nothing. There is no college football team worth its ass that's like, oh, we won the conference. Because remember, everybody was insulting the Big 12. Flyover conference, truck stop conference. Your mom's a lot lizard. Remember all that?
Your mom's a lot lizard.
But now all of a sudden, winning the Big 12 is some huge accomplishment.
Hmm.
When did Texas Tech fan become so uppity?
No.
You've literally accomplished nothing. And you guys, and like, if you go read the comment section from the show the last couple of days with Texas Tech fan, I mean, you're becoming Texas State fan. You're becoming obnoxious. I used to be Oak State, now I'm TCU fan.
You're Jaden Craiging the hell out of this thing, dude.
And your Texas is backing this thing. Oh. The problem is you're still locked in the Connex box, bro. You haven't won anything.
Monty, Texas Tech is back, even though they were never here in the first place.
And I try not to be a red ass about it. It's not, even if you were to go undefeated and win the Big 12 conference, I can't even say it without sneezing. It's not that great of an accomplishment in a two-team conference. But right now, I think we would all agree the Big 12 is not a great football conference.
This case is empty.
Right? I think we would all agree with that.
We would all agree with that, yes.
So then somebody explain to me, why is Texas Tech fan so uppity? Help me understand it. Help me help you to understand that you can't and this is what I said last year. You can't talk all that junk and then lose to Arizona State. Oh, but we beat BYU twice. Cool. You lost to Arizona State. You've literally accomplished nothing.
Well said.
Are you? And then, and I guess we're getting into it now.
Yeah.
But yes, Texas State asking, who do you think you are, Texas Tech? Yes. Yes.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
I go back, and I think this is a legitimate question. Is Texas Tech, and I want to be gentle because I think Texas Tech fan is probably going to lose themselves. Is Texas Tech helping the Big 12 conference? In a lot of ways, yes. No question. Raising the bar for NIL, portaling, hiring average-ass high school coaches to be football coaches in the college ranks, great. You guys are leading the way. But are you one of the best football programs in the country? No. Are you a top 10 football program in the country? Man, I don't think you are. I don't think you are. If we go and we look at, are you one of the top 10 teams in the Big 12? Well, yeah, of course you are. But if I said to you, well, if I look at the best teams in the country, are you Ohio State? No. Indiana, who's probably the best team in the country last year? Not probably. Indiana was the best team in the country. You're not Indiana. You're not Ohio State. Are you better than Notre Dame? No. Are you better than, who would I put next? Who would I put right now? Probably Oregon. Is Texas Tech better than Oregon? No.
I think that was answered definitively.
I think that was answered definitively. I don't think there's any question about that. Right? I mean, and right now, I would not take Texas A&M over Alabama. Or excuse me, Texas Tech over Alabama. Are you the best football team in the state?
No. No,
you're not better than Texas A&M. You're not better than UT, Texas, University of Texas. You're not. That right there is 8 teams. And I guess the question is, are you better than Georgia? No. Are you better than Ole Miss? No. Are you better than LSU? No. You're not. Are we really trying to be a top 15 team in the country? No. But yet, here you are, Texas Tech fan, bitching and moaning about Friday nights. And this is ultimately where the rubber meets the road on Texas Tech. Oh, man. We can't play on Friday nights. High school football in this town is an institution.
Bob Monty, high school football, Friday Night Lights.
Dr. Pepper. It's Fansville, bitches.
Fansville.
Right? Like, that's what we've become in Lubbock. And again, I'm asking you, what was all of this uppity nonsense about, oh, we can't play on Friday night. Oh, but now your brand is in demand, and we've got to play on Friday, and we've got to play on Thursday, and we've got a Thanksgiving, and
look at the self-glossing happening on this tweet, dude. The league's biggest brand is in demand. Like,
yes, BYU is in demand. Yeah, I would agree with well, I mean, they're not wrong. I would agree with this tweet. BYU is in.
I mean, how do you so wait, so let me get this right. So Cody goes off on this whole, tangent about Friday nights, and Brett Yormark works for me and us at the board, and we can't be seen to be playing on Friday nights. We should be on Saturday. We should be in prime time. Like, who are we to be playing on Fridays?
And for Jake, everything runs through Lubbock.
And then you got ratioed because Fox said, no, you have a contract. We have the right to flex. Shut your ass up. Get your ass to Houston. Play the damn game. That's it. And so then what do we get? Then we get spin, right? Then we get, oh, well, dude, bro, here's the tweet. Man, Friday nights are incredible. And then what do we get? We get Joey McGuire going on this whole thing about how, oh, man, dude, bro, the Friday night situation is totally good, man. Look, we're getting an extra day of rest for this Thanksgiving Day game against TCU.
You're late in the season. You already know who you are. You're not going to be putting a lot of stuff in, so you can really modify practice and what you're going to do. TCU be the same way. And then if we're where we're supposed to be and where we expect to be, then we're going to get an extra day of recovery for the Big 12 championship that's going to be on that next Friday. So that's going to be really good. That's going to be awesome, though, because, you're going to get the two main NFL games with Detroit playing whoever and Dallas playing whoever, and then the only college game on that day is going to be, us and TCU. And TCU is going to be a really good football team. The last 2 years they've won 9 games each, and so they're going to be a good football. That's going to be a great game, and this place is going to be rocking. I'm excited, and I've had a couple people go, man, it's going to be tough. The family and traveling. I said, just have Thanksgiving. You're just going to have to cook a little bit. You're used to traveling. You're just going to have to cook on Wednesday and have Thanksgiving here at Jones AT&T.
Yeah, we'll have
so
Thanksgiving.
Now the travel's not a problem.
No, Jake, it's never a travel.
But hold on, I thought that the parents were going to be so stressed and just such a burden to have to get on your G6 and fly out to here and go there, and
I just feel so bad for all of the pew pew.
Man, I personally believe that flying out to Fort Worth from Lubbock is such a stress. My God, dude.
And again, I will go back to Joey's own words.
Friday night is such a sacred time, and so we've got to really think through that. Talking to a couple of different coaches not in the state, they feel like it would be easier for them because it is a great idea. And so is it a deal to where Thursday night becomes more of a big deal than Friday night for the Big 12? Because it's got to be something that we really have to think through. The great thing I really do think, if we get everybody in the room and sit down with our commissioner, he will listen and understand where it's coming from.
But if that was all he said, okay. But then there's this little nugget.
And still win that game.
Bro, I don't mean to sidetrack us here, okay? But what's happening in the comments section right now is absolutely ridiculous, dude. Bro, Conundrum and Corey Minor absolutely having a death match over whatever this is. You two are doing the most in the comments today, okay? Bro, dude, look at this. Look at this. Serious question. How exactly are Tech fans supposed to act? Conundrum. Serious question. Shut the F up. Dude, bro.
Okay.
I don't even know. I can't even measure the amount of red assery that is from Conundrum, dude. That's off the charts, bro.
Tech fan, you're supposed to act like you haven't won anything. Because you haven't. We do this thing in sports outside of Notre Dame because we're Catholics and we just know that God hates us.
Here comes the Dan Lanning bomb.
But at some point, don't you have to act like you are who you are and you haven't won anything? You're not supposed to talk about blowing up college football. You're not supposed to talk about how everything runs through Lubbock. You're not supposed to take the word of Cody Campbell because he's got more money than you. Take a look around, kid. That's how we got to where we are. So then when you get the news, look at this story. We're blowing stuff up in college football because, well, Texas Tech says so. And then you get the news that private equity today will announce a massive takeover of what is inarguably the largest marketing arm in college sports, Learfield Communications. Is going to be purchased in a $1 billion transaction by a private equity firm today. Huh. Isn't Texas Tech a Learfield school? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. This is what Texas Tech wants. Why does Texas Tech want that? Because you got throat slammed by Dan Lanning last year in the playoff. You got embarrassed. And it's, it's not our fault. It's not our fault. We had 25 days off. That's not fair.
6, the only guy that's been able to figure it out. I mean, come on.
Tech fan, be excited. Be excited. Be happy. Be thrilled. Guns blazing. I'm with you. But don't be obnoxious and overbearing. That's what is so ridiculous about where Texas Tech fan is. We literally went from locking players in a Connex box to we're the best team in the entire country. No, you're actually not. No, you're not. It just doesn't.
Yeah,
yes,
I would
be proud you won the Big 12, but be humble enough to know you got embarrassed in the playoff, fellas.
Yeah, I mean, is there no appreciation for the fact that getting embarrassed in the playoff, does the conference a bit of a disservice? Like, I mean, again, it's not that you lost the game. Like, I think we can all agree that there are different ways to lose a game. I mean, you can lose if Tech had lost the game by a field goal, like a last second, 1 second on the clock type field goal type game. We'd all be saying, oh, man, dude, great game. Hell of a game. That's a game they could have won. Just kind of came down to who had the ball last. Then you would have been like, all right, cool. Tech and Oregon are the same program. They're pretty level. We're good. Good season. But that's not what happened. And I just think that at some point, Tech fans have to reel it in a little bit and understand that winning comes with responsibility. Once you start winning and you start leading a conference, the expectation doesn't stop at conference championship, dude. Whoever wins, because somebody's got to win the Big 12. So the question really isn't, who's going to win the Big 12. The only question is, will the Big 12 champion ever make it past a game in the CFP? I mean, that's really the conversation, because every other conference in the land has gotten to the national championship game except you. Like, think about that.
No, Corey, we don't judge all Tech fans because of a few hyperactive fans. We judge it by Cody Campbell flapping his gums about how everything runs through Lubbock. No, it doesn't. We judge it by Joey McGuire saying, oh, well, dude, we got to blow up college football. We can't have, bro, we can't have 25-day layoffs.
I respect and totally. I'm a traditionalist in a lot of ways, but man, I don't want a 25-day layoff. And the most important, been able to do it in 2 years, and he won it all. He's the only guy that's figured out how to have a 25-day layoff and still win that game.
So because it didn't go your way, we have to blow up the entire system. That's what he's saying. Because Kirk Cignetti figured it out, right? I understand that you want to win. So do what's required. It takes what it takes. Go do what's required. And yet, you're not doing that. You're not making Brendan Sorsby pay his $1 million buyout at Cincinnati. Yet he's still on campus and he's still in your program without paying his contractually obligated, allegedly contractually obligated buyout. You're skipping steps. And now we want to blow up all of college football media just so that you guys don't have to do what everybody else has had to do. That's the problem. And Tech fans sitting here, you know, like the throwing stuff on the field last year, right? Like just everything. Cody Campbell is a blight on the face of the Big 12 right now. The stuff he continues to say publicly and privately. And then we go from Friday night suck and it's a travesty to, oh, the brand's in demand, we're the best. That's the problem I have with Texas Tech.
Couldn't agree more, dude.
You have won nothing. You have done nothing. The problem is when you come from nothing and you find a couple of pennies on the sidewalk, you think you're rich and you're not. Right? Birds don't worry about the branch in the tree snapping off. They're confident in their wings, bud. Be confident in your wings and just do your job and win something. Do your job and win something. Do you hear Kirby Smart talking about 25-day layoffs? Do you hear Dan Lanning talking about 25-day layoffs? Do you hear Kirk Cignetti talking about 25-day layoffs? No. Did you hear Kirk Cignetti and the Indiana Hoosier train coming? You didn't. They just ran your ass over and won the national championship. You should try it. But it's difficult. It's hard. It's not easy to do that. And you guys don't have things like the honor code. You guys don't have things like a church running your institution so that you have issues with who you can recruit and who you can't. You can allow your quarterback to just obfuscate his responsibility at his previous university to come and play for you because, well, now we don't have to worry about 25 days. We're not stuck with Baron Morton anymore. It's annoying. It just is. Yeah.
You shouldn't be talking. That's the problem. You should not be talking. You should not be running your mouth. You should be focused on this season because what we all know in college football is it's not about one season. It's about 5-year windows. Get to the playoff every year for the next 5 years and figure out how to win a game. Then we can talk.
Yeah, I agree. Texas Tech tried to bury their seed, but it didn't grow. It's a problem.
Yeah, I mean the bird poetry, I have to say. I mean that was phenomenal, you know, and that did have shades of Cockneck and Sumrall, and that was I really liked what you did there, you know. They tried to bury us, but we weren't seeds. Birds don't worry about the branch they're sitting on because they're confident in their wings. I see how it all works together, dude. That's really good material.
Better is the key, man. That needs to be our word in here, better. We're not worried about just being the best. We got to get better every day. All right? So a better you makes a better CU. All right? A better you makes a better CU. And don't forget about this every day you work out. They thought they buried us, but they didn't know we were seeds. You got me? So remember that every day.
Stay hard.
Dude.
That one, the veins bulging out of his his neck are amazing.
program.
Okay, the veins bulging out of his neck. I someday...
Macaque.
Listen, I wear a size 15 shoe, and we all know what that means. I someday aspire to have a shaft with a neck with bulging veins.
Right,
to be that vascular would be phenomenal.
Right.
And to pull something like they buried us, but they forgot we were seeds. I mean, I'll never be on that level.
Yeah.
Right? I'll never be on that level.
No, it's an incredible line.
Bro, just, chill. Monty being hyperbolic and pinning a target on BYU's back, calling them the biggest brand. Do you think BYU doesn't have a target on their back already? Yeah, they do. Yeah, it's called the LDS Church. That's about as big a target as you get. Corey Minor, Cody Campbell and Joey McGuire are doing exactly what they should do, which is what's best for Tech. So not playing on Fridays is best for Tech. Not playing on Thanksgiving weekend is best for Tech. Isn't that how Notre Dame does things? No. Holy shit. Are you new here?
Dude,
no.
You're getting in the water here that you don't want to get into, bro. I'm just telling you.
Our athletic director called it the best 10-game stretch in the history of college football last year when we were playing the Girl Scouts.
Dude, again, what's your name? Corey? Dude, Corey, I don't know if this is your first day here, bro. I'm going to guess it is, but this is not, you don't want to be comparing Texas Tech to Notre Dame.
We were shocked, I would say mystified by what happened on Sunday.
Mystified.
Just, where my head and heart go, and I know Marcus feels the same way. You just feel for those student athletes on our football team. As I said yesterday, as I said on Sunday, we felt we did everything we could over the course of the season. We lost our first 2 games. We're not hiding from that. We lost against a really good Miami team. We lost a nail biter against Texas A&M, 2 great teams by a total of 4 points, and then we did everything we needed to do. We had one of the most dominant 10 games runs in the history of college football.
Dude, first of all, I think you have bro beat on the Notre Dame apparel situation. First of all, second of all,
wait. He's wearing a basketball hoodie. Fuck you, Bavakwa. We don't have a basketball team at Notre Dame.
How about a hockey sweater, dude? What, were they out of stock?
Maybe. No. Notre Dame is an example for absolutely nobody. We had 10 men on the field twice in 3 snaps with Ohio State at the goal line. In our own building, we had 10 men on the field 2 out of 3 plays.
You take your deuce. You don't sit there and look at it. You flush it and move on.
And then you take another deuce 2 plays later. Notre Dame does not do what's best for Notre Dame, including win basketball games. You out of your mind.
You got Ohio State on the ropes, dude. And you thought it was a good idea to run out there with 10 guys on the goal line. What are we doing, bro?
What are we doing?
Damn.
This is a WNBA show, not a Texas Tech show. That's correct.
Right.
Right. Welcome to the nightmare. It's the Texas Tech segment of the show, though. Bro, Corey, just chill. It's not personal. Nobody's attacking you. Well, that's a lie. Conundrum's probably still attacking you, but.
Serious answer. Shut the F up. Like, dude, relax.
Cody Campbell equals ass clown. I don't know about that.
Well, yeah.
Cody Campbell's not a bad dude. Cody Campbell just talks too much. Cody Campbell's the guy who, if he didn't have money, nobody would know his name. And the how you really want it to be is whether you have money or not, nobody knows your name. Do you? The problem is you at Texas Tech is not good enough. And I think, in all seriousness, if Cody Campbell would put his money behind growing the Big 12 brand as much as he does with Texas Tech, put 70% of your money into Tech and put 30% of your money into growing the Big 12 footprint by growing Texas Tech, winning, I know, a college football playoff game. But they don't want to do that. They want to talk. They want to talk. I heart birds. Okay.
Okay.
Birds are not real. They're all drones.
Right.
Have you guys heard that conspiracy theory?
Yes.
That birds are not real. They're just all drones.
Yes.
What is wrong with people? Earth is flat, though. Who is Texas Tech? Says everyone talking about Texas Tech.
Not in a good way, dude.
Okay. Lubbock is known for tortillas. Bro,
dude.
What are you doing?
Dude, chill, bro.
You misunderstood, Monty. I'm a BYU fan. I don't want a bigger target on the team. Well,
yeah, I don't think that's optional, dude.
I think with Bear Bachmeier, and again, maybe Bear Bachmeier is my Ty Simpson this year. I don't know. Bear Bachmeier is going to be a Heisman Trophy candidate. Bear Bachmeier is, and I'm going to say it again on April 14th, Bear Bachmeier is going to be the best quarterback in this league. And if he's not, it's going to be close. He's going to be, he was dominant last year and didn't really have an idea of what he was doing. And now look at his body, and now look at his throwing mechanics are vastly improved. What?
Mm-hmm. I don't know that I would say Bear Bachmeier was dominant last year. He had a good year for sure. He wasn't dominant against the best teams.
Monty, let's
let's
go to the tape.
Let's pull out the 3,000 yards. What did he do against anyone who mattered, dude?
Shut up, Jake. You want to talk facts. I want to talk hyperbole and hyperbolicness.
Okay,
Bear Bachmeier last year threw for 3,000 yards, 15 touchdowns, 7 picks, and was sacked 16 times. Zero experience. No idea what he was doing. Didn't know the playbook. Didn't have the entirety of the playbook. Used probably 3/4 of his offensive capability. And apparently he had wide receivers pillaging St. George in their off time. This is my first time here. Welcome to the show. Born in Indiana. Okay, get the fuck out. Let's move on. No, I'm kidding.
Hold on. So let me get this right, dude. Your head coach is
Don't
out
come
here
in here
talking about Sig, dude.
Don't come in here and talk about Perdon't. You better wearing it. I've lived in Rensselaer, Indiana. It is the butthole of America. And I've lived in West Lafayette. Never again.
You don't always have to be negative.
Went to Tech, always loved IU and Notre Dame since birth. You can't love love Tech, Indiana. Who are you, Oak State James?
Yes,
you can't
James's cousin, dude.
You can't love Tech, Indiana, and Notre Dame. That
doesn't work, dude.
That's not a thing. No.
Why is this becoming a thing, dude? Why are people like this, bro? You can't have an allegiance. Dude, you can't be from Indiana, be an Indiana fan and a Notre Dame fan, dude. That doesn't work, bro.
Did you get hit with Bobby Knight's chair as a kid? Is that why you're like this, Corey?
Hi, this is James. Welcome back.
What happened?
Did he go full WWE on that ass and hit you over the head with a chair?
The sad thing is Jake has no idea what I'm talking about with Bobby Knight's chair, which is the best part of this whole thing. Do you know what I mean by that, Jake?
Yes, he threw a chair. Yes. I don't remember the exact specifics. Yes, I've seen the
across the court. He threw a chair.
Yes. Yes.
The Bavacqua video sickens me. Me too.
It should.
Guys. Hey.
Hey, guys. Tech is the brand in demand, though, bro.
Okay, announcement time. Texas Tech is the brand in demand. Hey, you guys over there, save your magic underpants. We're the brand in demand.
Fuck you.
No.
Fuck you.
No.
You suck.
That's not nice. That is not nice. I love how we went from we can't play on Friday nights. Football's an institution in this town. Oh, look at our brand. It's in demand. Yeah, baby. Roll back this ass.
Dude.
The victory has already been won.
Corey is the new James. Corey, is sounding like James. He's a fan of everybody.
Dude.
Welcome to the show. You're going to fit in here well, Corey. Cody Campbell was whining and complaining about playing on a Friday night game, and that's the problem. That is the problem. Phil Knight is the most influential booster in college football. You never hear from him. Be like Phil, Cody.
Facts.
Be like Phil. Oak State or UCF should be the laughing stock in the Big 12, and it is probably UCF. Right? 47 straight. As an Oklahoma fan, oh boy, who watched OU own the Big 12 with like 6 straight Big 12 titles and 4 CFP appearances, but 0 CFP wins, you learn there's a level to this game. Tech hasn't learned that lesson yet. No, they have not. Did you see Texas walk off Oklahoma softball the other day?
Oh dear. Oh my.
You don't see that. You don't see them girls hitting home runs like that often.
And not cheapos either.
Dude, that ball was gone from the second it left the pitcher's fingertips.
Yeah, dude.
You know.
Yeah.
Domer Hank.
Hey, Domer
Monty,
Wobb's brother.
Any plans on attending the Notre Dame BYU game in Provo this year? The plan, but Jake is a coward, so he won't leave his what?
Go ahead. Roll out your stick.
What's wrong? You won't leave your enclave in Eugene, Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
I want that cougar tail.
Well,
that's a donut for all of you who are new here. That's a don't. Okay. Anyway, are you committing to going to the Notre Dame game?
I mean, I can't commit to going to the BYU game. No, I can't.
What BYU game?
Well, it's Notre Dame at BYU, correct?
Oh, right. The Notre Dame game.
Right. Okay.
What? If a
unlike Corey, I'm not a fan of Notre Dame, BYU, Utah Tech, UVU, Utah State, Weber State. So for me, the fandom isn't as extensive.
I don't know if I'll go or not. Honestly, I have no idea. The new James, Texas Tech, Indiana, Notre Dame fan. Exactly. James has a new persona or burner account. He might.
No, this isn't a burner account, dude. This is a different person. This doesn't feel like James burner material. This guy's got a little more fight than James.
Oh boy. So I can only root for one team. Thanks for the heads
dude,
up on the rule.
I'm telling you, it's not James, dude. This is a different person doing the same thing that James did, dude.
Oh, dude, you don't know this, and I'm being serious, Corey. You fit in so well here.
This is an incredible development on the program this morning, dude. Not only is James not here, so we've been replaying the show in the afternoons. James is literally in the comment section of the replay yesterday, re-rolling out his Jaden Craig crap take in the comment section yesterday when we were talking about it. So now to roll up this morning and have James 2.0, aka Corey Minor 3150, be an Indiana, Notre Dame, Purdue fan is incredible, and a Tech fan. It's incredible.
Yeah, listen, I think can you be a Browns and a Bengal fan? Can you be a Cubs and a White Sox fan? Can you be a Utah and a BYU fan? Oregon and an Oregon State fan?
Self-respect. If you don't have, that's what I don't get. If you're
you cannot be an Indiana and a Notre Dame fan, and you cannot be a Texas Tech and a Notre Dame fan.
Yeah, and especially since you probably were not an Indiana fan pre-Signetti. I don't think Indiana had fans, dude.
They did. Nolan Harrison, anybody? Hello? I'm from Southern California. You don't see me, a UCLA USC fan, commit to better fandom, Corey Minor, you jabroni.
U.S. Americans.
Go all in, dude. Feel your heart absolutely melt when your team doesn't make the playoff, and then says it was the best 10-game run in the history of college football. Feel yourself absolutely shard out your heart and soul. Then come back and tell me you're a fan. You know, Corey Minor, are you charting during the show?
Yeah. I just want to thank you all.
This is amazing, dude. We literally don't have to do any more show today. We're just going to read comments on this because that's how entertaining it is, dude. This is incredible.
I think we just found out James' long-lost cousin. Yeah, we did. I want DNA testing. Swab the cheek, buddy.
Dude.
Chris Karn, hello. Hey, Monty, I'm a huge Cubs fan, but I'm loyal to the Brewers and the Cardinals. Go Sox.
The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
That's so good. Go Sox.
Dude, Corey, what kind of car do you drive, bro? Just humor me.
God,
what kind of car do you drive? Do you drive a Honda?
Oh, please don't tell me you. Please don't tell me you. And if you say he's going to be a Supra guy, what do you want to bet he drives a Supra?
Yeah, Corey, what kind of car do you drive, bro?
Texas State James. Corey, I'll see you at monthly 3-ball meeting. Welcome to the nightmare. Hey, Corey, is Bob Knight throwing his chair over the fandom of Texas Tech? Exactly.
I'll drop that motherfucker.
Quarter zip Jakey can't attend Notre Dame BYU because he'll be tasting ice cream flavors.
That's my guy. That's my guy right there, dude. By the way, Jack is a Westminster fan. Thanks, dude.
Oh my God. That is so good. I needed that. Do we still have Buddy talking about chocolate and vanilla ice? I don't think we do. But
I can resurrect it.
It's so ridiculous that anyway, God, I needed this energy in my life. I really did. Corey Minor is James's altar boy. Very well could be. Do you have a demon? I think James had to change his name and get a new phone for his new burner. Exactly. Hey, Corey, what do you think about Texas Tech's facilities? Yes.
No way. Look at his most recent comment. There's no way this guy is for real right now.
Stop it.
There is no way this is factual right now, dude.
This is your line. This is James. This is now it's James
Burner, dude.
It's a James Burner account. I don't believe.
Has to be, dude.
I don't believe for a second.
I personally believe that this is a James Burner, dude.
No chance. Sorry, man. There is no chance.
Okay, now I got to go on my phone and look at your channel, dude. Now I got to get verification of what's going on here. So let's see.
Sorry, man. I don't buy it for a second. Yeah, exactly right. Marcus, there's no way this isn't James. There aren't enough ministers to go around in Lubbock. Exactly right. There's no way that you're a minister. And Corey, where's the IPF? Is it on the record? Exactly. No way. I was actually a fan of IU. We just weren't winning. Yes. Always loved Notre Dame. It's not possible. And went to college at Tech. What can I say? Well, James, I mean, I get it.
It just doesn't work that way. That's what you can say.
Probably a Toyota Camry. Now that we know he's a minister, yeah, it's probably Corey. What kind of car?
What kind of car?
Corey, what kind of car do you drive? And if you say a handicap van, I'm going to get so pissed.
If you would like to confirm that this is a James Burner, the comment of a shitbox Honda Civic will confirm that this is a James Burner. Anything else will confirm that it's not.
Listen. There was a Corey Minor. Yeah, this is a burner. Good pull, Hank. Good pull. Yes, there was.
Wasn't there a Corey Minor at Notre Dame back in the 90s? Definitely a burner.
I think he's exactly right.
Okay, find us the connection, Monty. I need to know. This is before my time. This is definitely your department.
Yes, Corey Deshaun Minor. Yes, big football pad guy. 30 games in the NFL as well. But it was Kory. A Nissan, and my wife drives a BMW SUV. Who are you, Joel Osteen now?
Dude, we need to talk about Buddy at some point.
We do.
Bro.
James Corey FTR. Yeah, James is Corey.
How does this happen, dude? How does
James get pulled into this every single day? Buddy catches a stray.
Dude, we didn't even try to talk. Dude is not even in here on his one of 800 burner accounts. Now we have a new one that we're trying to figure out if it's a James burner or not. I mean, it has to be. It just has to be, dude. It's not possible that dude's like, oh yeah, I do online ministries on my own YouTube channel. Hey guys, check me out. Here's my YouTube channel.
Yeah. Well, and here's a really important question, Corey. Marcus wants to know, do you play golf and what clubs do you swing? That's all we need to know about Buddy. Quote
Dude,
unquote,
you already
Buddy.
know that bro is rolling up with Stratas. You know that.
No, he is absolutely he's either he's a Callaway guy. No, I got the new Callaways, Monty. Yes, is your wife a Walmart manager? This is a great question.
A better question would be, do you think your wife is hot? That's the question.
Oh God. Jake, look at his last comment.
Golf is not a sport. Who do you think you are, dude?
Okay. Well, I mean, that does validate that, pretty much you are.
Corey, hold on, Corey.
You are,
dude. Are you saying that your YouTube channel is Smart Christian's channel? When I searched your handle on YouTube, this channel came up and has 250,000 subs, and the guy on the channel is a guy named Corey, according to the thumbnails. Like if you pull up, like if you go on your computer, if you do Smart Christian's channel, that's what his YouTube channel is called. Smart Christian's channel.
Smart Christian's channel. There it is. Be smart.
Is
that it?
No, it's
hate Corey. Here's why. Pastor promotes his book, but not the Bible. Is that what he's saying? Smart Christians, 248,000.
Yeah, that's the one. Smart Christians, 248,000 subs. Yeah.
Why they hate me and why I love it. Okay. You have 248,000 subs. Now I'm jealous. Do tell. I like it. Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. I mean, Corey.
Interesting.
Why would I lie?
This is an interesting development.
Why would I lie? Well, you'd be surprised.
Well, no, that's the problem, dude. That's the problem. You're not lying about your fandom. That's the precise issue that we're talking about.
Yeah, you're actually being too truthful and forthcoming with your
you're being honest about your fandom, and we have an issue with that, dude. That's the problem.
That's pretty good. Well, good for you. It's tough, dude. I cannot tell you how difficult it is to grow a following.
Yeah, dude.
Paul didn't go in the hoop.
Dude, I can't believe I feel like we now have verification. This is not a James Burner.
I think it is. I think we do have verification.
This is an actual individual that has a channel and is actually doing it. This is not somebody, who's shooting videos in front of a blank wall in a TCU shirt.
Right, but the problem is that Buddy is a fan of 100 different people.
Right.
So,
yeah. That's interesting.
I'm such a fan of golf. I actually have yardage books sitting right here on the table. So,
Okay, see now I got to question it again. I don't mean to go back and forth, but look at this reference right here. Look at this reference. I can't wait to meet James. I think I love him already. You have to be a burner, dude. See, this is my problem. You keep going back and forth. That's what I don't get, dude. Yeah. Does the mayor need to get involved here? Yes, dude. I need you to do the homework. Find this guy.
Yeah. Convene the city council.
Yeah.
Where do you
Cody involved?
No. Where do you even begin with?
Okay, Corey, are you a Texas guy? Do you live in the state of Texas?
Oh, I would assume he lives in the state of Texas. Alex, Corey Minor, you saying golf is not a sport is like saying chocolate is not real ice cream flavor, but you supposed to be smart. Golf is a sport.
Yeah, golf is definitely a sport, dude.
No question about it. No question about it. I subscribed on my main channel so I can comment on it. Okay, I like it. I live in Dallas.
Dude, I'm telling you. Do you know Chaplain James White?
Yes. Corey, do you know Pixar Mom? Yeah, if you live in Dallas, boy.
Bro.
Hey, boy, it's Dallas. If you live in Dallas, sir, how are you not a TCU fan? Did you get your MDiv?
Craig?
Did you get your MDiv? You know, a TCU fan? Exactly.
Yeah.
I personally believe, exactly. If we get enough of these Oak State James, we could have a new kind of church and run a school like BYU. We could be rich and have a college football team. Very possible.
Iraq.
Very possible. You know, cheerleading is a sport. Just ask Bill Belichick.
Right? I mean, seriously, dude.
Cheerleading is a sport. Oh, boy. If you can play in slacks and be fat and old, you changed your avatar.
No, this is his other account. So this is his main YouTube account. Yeah,
we like
his other
it.
account.
Then golf is not a sport. If you can play in slacks, do you know how hard it is to hit a golf ball? I mean, it is really difficult. Dude,
yeah,
I played.
Golf is a sport. There's no question about it. And if it was so easy, why aren't you on tour making millions? Like, come on, dude.
Christians, Corey, do you like Buc-ee's barbecue sandwiches or Magic City lemon pepper wings better? Good question. Yeah. If golf isn't a sport, then baseball isn't a sport.
Got to talk about it, dude.
The MCU. No. Hell's not real, thankfully. Texas State James. Corey, it's great that you live in Dallas. I live in Fort Worth. The 3-ball meeting is in Arlington. There you go. And, you know. Ask Bartolo Colon if you need to be athletic to play baseball. Baseball is barely a sport. I give up.
Yeah, see, now you're, I mean, come on, dude.
Okay. It's fine. Well, Corey, welcome to the show. Congratulations on your success with Smart Christians.
And congratulations on being the second coming of James. That's great.
We know the grind that is growing a YouTube channel. It's been 5 years of grind. So we appreciate that. What about this story? Does this surprise you at all that agents are using Texas Tech fake offers to get their clients paid at other universities? Does that surprise you in the least bit?
Nope. I think it's proper business, dude. If you can negotiate and you can look, if you're trying to get paid and you can get the other party to think you have other offers, I mean, isn't that what everybody does already in the job market? Oh man, I've got like 5 offers and they're all paying me way above market or whatever. And yada, yada, yada.
Don't you make them show you the offer? Aren't you like, okay,
depends on the kid. I mean, it depends on the kid, dude. If it's a top tier, if it's a 5-star grade A recruit, I don't know, man. I'm not sure that you do. Yeah, I think it depends on the kid.
Okay. I'm not surprised by this at all. When you throw the kind of bread around that a guy like Cody Campbell and Texas Tech throw around, this was bound to happen. I think it was bound to happen. And the difference is, if you look at the history of NIL and the quarterback's name at UCLA, Tennessee to UCLA, just went right out.
Maliava.
Yeah. No. Yes. Maliava.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a $4 million offer that never was.
Nico Iamaleava.
Yes.
Nico Iamaleava.
Yes. Thank you. Nico's dad out there saying he had a $4 million offer. Never had one.
Well, what I think is interesting, though, in that comparison is like their issue to me always came down to they just overvalued themselves. The issue there was they were trying to get, clearly his dad was trying to get more money out of the NIL space. The issue with that, though, is that there was already tape of him on the field at the college level. People already knew what he could do. So if your value is, hey, I'm a starting quarterback at the college football at, a Power 4 level, and I'm going to sit here and say I have all these offers when everyone knows I don't have all these offers. That's the problem. You have to have, if you're going to negotiate in that way, there has to be that sort of layer of like, so let's say that you're trying to get to Ohio State, right? And you're trying to get more money out of Ohio State to go there. If you can go to Ohio State, you can go to any school. In that scenario, for that kind of talent, then they do have to believe you have a Texas Tech offer. You at that point then would have SEC offers. But, Nico Iamaleava, the problem there was everybody and their mom knew he didn't have other offers because he sat on the market for so long. That was the problem. So I think that dude is a case study of, hey, if you're going to play that game, you damn well better have that element of surprise of sorts where it's like people have to believe that what you're telling them is true. Because if they don't, they're not going to give you the extra money. And no, I'm not surprised to hear that agents are leveraging Texas Tech's activity in the portal to get their guys more money. That to me is good. That is good strategy, good business, good negotiating if you're an agent right now. You want to have a conversation about Wild Wild West, that's a bigger picture thing. But just from an agent perspective, I have no problem with it.
And BYU is dealing with the same thing with Rob Wright by some accounts. Because Rob is, I think, if you look at BYU and Rob Wright, and we start getting into this brand thing, I think Rob Wright wants to stay in Provo.
Mm-hmm.
I think he wants to stay in Provo. But I think he wants more money, and I don't think BYU's willing to pay it. And I think he is out in the marketplace, whether that be Kentucky or other places, because there's some thought Florida had interest at one point.
Yeah.
But you start looking at I think this is the future. But the very fact that you're taking fake Texas Tech offers and leveraging it to get your athletes paid, it's good for business. Who's got the biggest brand in the Big 12, in your opinion?
I mean, I think we confuse this question of best team versus biggest brand. BYU is the biggest brand in the Big 12. I think
Absolutely.
That's just not. I don't feel like that's controversial. I don't even feel like that's hating on Tech or being a red ass or anything. I think that the whole impetus of getting BYU to the Big 12 was that they had the ESPN relationship and that they have the fans and that the Big 12 needed more viewership and that was the whole reason you brought those guys into the conference. So are they the best team right now? Well, clearly not, right? They haven't shown the ability to beat Tech yet, but they're one of two of the best teams in the Big 12. They're still really good. They're still putting up big time TV numbers. They still have a great relationship with ESPN. So, I mean, it's just, I don't think it's a question that BYU is the biggest brand in the Big 12, but I think that's the Big 12's problem is that in other conferences, they don't have to worry about who the biggest brand is because every single year they've got multiple schools in there at the end. They've got multiple opportunities to send a school to the national championship game through the CFP. That's the problem. So I don't have to wonder, like the ACC is probably the best comp. Like Miami's the biggest brand in the ACC right now. I think we all agree on that. At one point it was Florida State. Before that, I think it was a bit of a toss-up.
How far
Clemson.
has Florida State fallen?
Yeah. I mean, you're just sitting there. I feel like Florida State's just sitting there waiting for the Norvell buyout to go down. That's what I feel like they're doing. That's all they're doing. And the problem is that like for Tech, you have this situation where they're unique because they've got their booster, Cody Campbell, out here in the public talking. And that's the issue is that nobody blames Cody for his opinion or like his desire to make change. Nobody blames him for that. What they blame him for is being so public with it, being out on X, like going against the commissioner publicly, you don't do that. That's poor form. So it's Tech has to learn how to operate in the space. And I think that's what they're going through right now.
I think when you look at, I mean, you're never going to be Ohio State, Michigan, Notre Dame, like the behemoth brands of college athletics. I think Texas Tech has an opportunity to, and frankly, I'll even go this far. I think the Big 12 needs Texas Tech to be a behemoth. The Big 12 needs Texas Tech right now this year to win the national championship of college football.
Facts.
I think the Big 12 is desperate for that.
Yeah.
And obviously the percentages are not in their favor. But I think Joey has to win a game. He's got to win a game, a playoff game, I mean. He's got to win a game in the playoffs.
We've seen the arc now, right? We know you can look at a million different head coaches in college football, whoever you want to look at. Everybody from all the way at the top with Ryan Day to, mid-level guys in the CFP like Dan Lanning or Sark or, Lane Kiffin, those guys who have won some CFP games but still have a lot of work to do to kind of right the ship and, be in that group that's like bona fide, no doubt about it. You're a stud head coach type deal. And then there's guys like Joey who have never won a CFP game and are just starting that journey. So that's why I just say, man, like I almost feel like Tech right now is that kid who made the team, got the jersey, and hasn't, doesn't know what that's like. And so they're just so amped on it that they're just, living in the moment versus understanding like, hey, we need to come out here and replicate and do it again. And before we start talking about messing with a Fox TV deal that likely is paying us more than we're going to get on the next deal, assuming nothing changes in college football. And that's what's hard. And I have to say it would be nice this coming season because the football season will be here in like 2 minutes. It would be nice this season if, like all jokes aside, it'd be nice if TCU overachieved. It'd be nice if K-State was anything but ass this season. It would be nice if the Big 12 legitimately had, again, 5 or 6 squads that were there in November. That would be nice. But confidence is low.
We'll see what it is and what it's going to be like. I think I am very interested to see how all of this plays out because I think this league is desperate to have a team in Texas win the whole thing. And I just think TCU's going in the wrong direction. I think Baylor's stagnant. You look at Houston, I think Houston is definitely on the right arc, which is why Tech in Houston on a Friday night is so important. But I think this league needs it. There's no question about that. Any activity that requires athletic ability with an agreed upon objective, rule, etc., can be classified as a sport. Check out roof ball.
Well, roof ball for me was, being 10 years old in Monty's backyard and giving up absolute moonshots in wiffle ball. So I don't need to look at roof ball at all, dude.
Do you know that I have a vivid memory of Jake when Jake was yay high to a grasshopper? I don't know. You must have been.
That's it, Skippy.
You must have been 10 years old.
Yeah.
I vividly remember Jake hitting a wiffle ball home run over my house in Northbrook, Illinois for the first time, and just how high he threw the bat up into the air. Amazing. Wiffle ball, I'm telling you, wiffle ball as a kid is what we all needed to do.
Yeah.
I had a backyard when I was a kid, and we had like a full home plate tarped with a shed, like the whole thing. And it's just wiffle ball is such an institution in this town. Muldoon, Florida and Florida State will definitely be back. Okay, well, speaking of Florida, listen, Jake didn't get a lot of sleep last night.
That's facts.
He was up all night sumrawling. And when I say sumrawling, he was up watching new videos.
Sumrall.
Because I think we all know who Sumrall is.
You got to earn it.
You got to earn the logo, man. Like, we ain't earned it yet. We ain't earned a damn thing. Like, all we've got is our name. We're going to put our freaking name on every day. All right? And so to wear the Florida Gator logo, to wear the Gators across your helmet and script, or to wear the Gator head, man, you got to earn that.
Agreed.
So then there is an even bigger eye bomb in a new video from yesterday of Coach Forearm Strengthener talking about Florida Gator football.
We can get anybody to come visit the University of Florida if we want, America, if we do a good job. This is not a really hard place to recruit to. We're the 5th ranked public school in the United States of America academically right now. All right? Like, you come outside today and it's beautiful. And you come in the stadium and, like, you know the history and pageantry of what it feels like to play in this place. And then you know the stadium renovations that are coming. And you know the fan base is hungry for a winner. And I think the guys that have come here to visit, most of them have come back. At some point, whether they've chosen us or not, I think they feel the energy's real and there's authentic relationships, and they're going to get coached every day, and we're not going to change. Like I tell recruits all the time, if you like us now, you're going to love us later. If you don't like me now, go somewhere else, because I'm not changing. But like, what you see is what you get. And if you want to improve on your craft every day, man, it's going to be a blast. If you're tough and you love football, it's going to be a blast. If you're soft and you like football, don't come here.
Dude. First of all, the polo shirt game.
Yeah, it's crazy.
On Summerall is amazing.
Yeah.
Nice pecs, bud.
Yeah.
But he's crushing the game at Florida. Let's get real serious, because I know we do a lot of cocknecking on this show and
stay hard.
You know,
bulging.
John Summerall's doing the job. And I told you when he got hired that he was the exact right guy for that job. And I think their best move may have been missing Lane Kiffin to hire Summerall. Because I think you hear him talking, he says, at least when he's got a whistle around his neck and he's not body blocking teenagers in the corridors. Jerk face.
I'll drop that motherfucker.
Like the body block Summerall, I'm not that guy, pal.
Are you good? Good.
And his name is John.
Yeah, like, come on. Right? So that I'm not that version of Summerall, but I am this version of Summerall.
Yeah.
You listen to Summerall talk about Florida. Nice weather outside. Bronze cleavage everywhere you look. That means the chicks are hot. Academically, they're killing it. He's got a great polo on. It's not going to be long before Summerall has Florida absolutely with Simonage in that state.
We can get anybody to come visit the University of Florida.
Look at the polo. Just stare at the gator head. Look at how nice that polo is.
We can get anybody to come visit the University of Florida if we want, America, if we do a good job. This is not a really hard place to recruit to. We're the 5th ranked public school in the United States of America academically right now. All right? Like, you come outside today and it's beautiful. And you come in the stadium and, like, you know the history and pageantry of what it feels like to play in this place. And then you know the stadium renovations that are coming. And you know the fan base is hungry for a winner. And I think the guys that have come here to visit, most of them have come back. At some point, whether they've chosen us or not, I think they feel the energy's real and there's authentic relationships, and they're going to get coached every day, and we're not going to change. Like I tell recruits all the time, if you like us now, you're going to love us later. If you don't like me now, go somewhere else, because I'm not changing. But like, what you see is what you get. And if you want to improve on your craft every day, man, it's going to be a blast. If you're tough and you love football, it's going to be a blast. If you're soft and you like football, don't come here.
If you're soft and you like
A1.
football, don't come here.
Yeah, it's A1, dude. Like, I think that the message that he's saying without saying is, if you want to be coached and you want to live and breathe football, come here, dude. Like, we want to work with you. We want to develop guys and build a squad, dude. And that's I prefer that line of messaging over the, hey, we don't want to just have kids here want to make money. narrative. I would prefer
Hondo P.
Like, I would rather my coach, the coach of my football program, if I was a president or an AD, rolling that out versus like having the money conversation. Because the money conversation is there whether you want it to be or not.
Yes.
It's really more about the content of the kid's character and the want to and the desire to be coached hard versus like just kind of rolling up and saying you're a football player. Like and again, like FTR, right? I wasn't so sure about this for Florida initially. I felt like, hey, you had Lane Kiffin on speed dial, you were really close, and then you passed on him to go and get John. I was like, all right, like there's some risk here. But so far, early returns are really good. I like what we're seeing.
Yes.
He's doing a good job.
Yes.
I think that the intensity's there. You know, it is the SEC. So, I mean, I should we expect 8 wins right out the gate? I haven't looked at their schedule yet, but just knowing it's the SEC, it's going to be tough sledding, right? Like, so I don't know. I think it's a really, really interesting conversation. And again, just to get out in front of it, dude, if John were somehow able to get into the CFP this coming season, that would be ridiculous. Like I don't know how he would get that done, but if he does that, that would totally redefine the coaching carousel and what we expect out of younger head coaches.
I think there's a chance that they compete not this year, but next year, because the SEC, their schedule is FAU, Campbell, Auburn, 3-0.
Yeah.
They're better than Auburn. Ole Miss at the Swamp.
4-0.
Nah, with Chambliss back, I don't think so.
Okay, let's say it's 3-1. That's a tight game at a minimum.
At Missouri, South Carolina, they're going to lose at Texas. They're going to lose to Georgia. They're going to lose to Oklahoma. They'll beat Kentucky. They'll beat Vandy, and they'll beat Florida State at Doak. I think they win 8 games. I think they will be 8-4, and that won't get them into the CFP. But it will be a very good start. It will be a very good start.
Yeah, that Ole Miss game will be the first measuring stick game. You find a way to beat Ole Miss. Now we're having a different conversation about the Oklahoma game, because Oklahoma's defense is better than Ole Miss's defense, and I think that's my biggest question. Without obviously, haven't done a deep dive on your roster yet. There's a lot that's still up in the air. You're still going through that offseason process, so we'll see.
And he hasn't found a quarterback yet.
Yeah, which is obviously the huge gaping hole in the roster so far. So he needs to find that and get that done. But it'll be interesting to see. I think Lagway at Baylor is going to be an interesting case study of a guy leaving the SEC to go to Baylor and go to the Big 12. We'll see what that looks like, and we'll see what John backfills with. I think that's a really interesting dynamic. Hopefully it's pretty cut and dry in the SEC, dude. You need a pocket passing quarterback that can sling the rock. And that's those guys don't just fall off trees. You got to go and find them.
Yeah, we'll find out. I think it's going to be really interesting that you look at what Summerall's brought. I think the SEC is the best football conference in the country. I just don't. They're not talented enough right now. So I think when you look at Ole Miss, Oklahoma, Georgia, that's a really tough schedule for a new team.
Mm-hmm.
Really tough. We need to win the CFP, and we need BYU to beat Notre Dame. Shut up. And somebody to also be taken seriously. And we need to do this for a couple of years. I would agree with that. Al Bundy, all Tech needed to finally win the Big 12 was for Texas, OU, Aggie, Miz, and Nebraska to leave the Big 12. Exactly right.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like it's just crazy.
Direction.
Yeah, I mean, it's insane that Tech wins it 1 year and now everything runs through Lubbock. I don't know, man. I guess I just don't like the I guess I don't like the mindset. That's my problem. Generally speaking, bigger picture, broad brush. I don't like the mindset. I don't like the oh, we won it 1 year. Now we get to talk about all these different things that we don't control and really don't have any business talking about. It's just weird.
Gabriel, what's up, Gabriel? I'm so sorry that UCF is one of those lazy teams who are complacent with losing and doing nothing. Both football and basketball were epic failures. BYU feels more established being in the Big 12 after a couple of years in Tech for a while now. That's the most surprising part for me. I agree. See, Gabriel, I think that's a great point. It just feels like BYU's been here for years and years and years.
Mm-hmm.
And they have not been here. But BYU does things well. Tom Holmoe laid a foundation in Provo, and I think BYU just continues to build on top of that.
Yeah.
And I think if they're going to continue in that way, I think you're going to see that BYU will continue to build because their money is not going anywhere. Their money, their athletes, their prominence, their boosters, their facilities, and is there going to be a renovation of LaVell Edwards Stadium? I have no idea. That's so up and down. I hope they don't change a thing. But if you close in the corners, and I can see that making a huge difference. But the thing is, BYU's business operation is getting better and better. There's less infighting amongst boosters and sponsors than there's been in recent years. And a lot of it is the streamlining of the business flow behind the scenes at BYU. Texas Tech doesn't have that because Cody Campbell runs everything.
Yeah.
And I think he has way too much influence. Ball didn't go in the hoop.
Paul didn't go in the hoop.
I got a nasty scar on my elbow from dang it. How did you get a nasty scar on your elbow? What happened?
Listen, when you partake in those type of activities, dude, I mean, sometimes nasty scars on your elbow can take place. You know, it's just unfortunate. You know, it's an unfortunate result of poor technique of forearm strengthening. And that's something that you're going to have to deal with.
Wish you were me. This will be interesting. When you can smoke while you play and win a major, who smokes and wins a major? Yeah. Calling it a sport is borderline. Yeah. Tom Dean, Corey, let's clarify who we is. IU or Perdone? Exactly. Because I do believe you're a Purdue fan.
Yeah.
Which would make you a scumbag. But it is what it is, man. I understand it. Texas Tech meat judging team, part of the Department of Animal and Food Sciences, is a premier national program with a history of dominance, including 16 national championships. Meat judging team. We do a lot with what? A lot of what, Monty? What do you mean? John Summerall is the perfect representation of Florida man who loves football. Truth. And the polo shirt game.
Yeah.
Well. Look who it is. Florida will be better, may take a year or two.
James, did you see your brethren commenting earlier in the chat? Did you see Corey Minor is also a pastor or whatever it is and has a YouTube channel around it? Maybe you guys should meet up and you can take notes from him, dude.
Yeah. No touching, because that's his no-no square. But yeah,
I mean, maybe you could learn a thing or two.
I got a nasty scar from playing wiffle ball when climbing a chain link fence after my friend absolutely destroyed my curveball.
Oh.
I cannot tell you. My relationship with chain link fences is not good. It's not good. I have accidentally run into more chain link fences than I care to admit. I vividly remember as a young stud at Daniel Wright Middle School in Lincolnshire, Illinois.
Hey, D. Wright Middle.
Running into the fence in center field when I actually used to be swift of foot to play center field, and tearing the side of my baseball pant pretty much down the entire leg. Got caught on the fence. You know, Mont out in center field slanging that meat.
Right.
Alex says, even if John Sumrall is the head coach,
okay,
I won't believe in all this Florida Gators are going to be good this year hype until I see something from them. Well, yeah, I think that's true. I've never seen James and Corey Minor in the chat room at the same time just saying this is true. This is very true. Speaking of quarterbacks being destroyed by James, should I be worried about this?
Yes, you should. This is exactly what you don't need to be seeing, dude.
I'm a little concerned. I think Caleb Williams is going to be fine. He will be fine. But Kendall Jenner smashing with Caleb Williams is not what I want to see.
Dilly.
It's just not what I want to see. And my guy Caleb being at Coachella is not what I want to see. Okay, can we talk about Coachella for a minute?
Yeah.
I love music. I'm a big fan of concerts and live music, and I have no desire to go to like Burning Man or Coachella.
Well, generally speaking, you're not a big fan of crowds though, right? Like you're not trying to be out amongst the people too much.
I'm not, and I think it pisses my wife off.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm being honest, I think it pisses my wife off.
Right.
Because I think my wife would love to do nothing more than just to meet people and say hello all day long. Right? But I struggle with wanting to go to Coachella. Now, you want to take me to a Foo Fighters concert? Let's go. You want to take me to, I will go to 1,000,001. I would love to see Metallica again. I would love to see whatever again. Not at Coachella. I'm just not here for it, man. And now that I see that Kendall Jenner's trying to Ben Simmons, Caleb Williams, that she's trying to Blake Griffin that ass, that she's trying to Devin Booker that ass.
Dude, you can't tell me you've got no concerns about this, dude. I'm telling you, this is a problem.
I'm not worried about Caleb being at Coachella. I'm worried that he's dating Kendall Jenner and that she murders careers. I am serious that I believe Kendall Jenner's.
I personally believe
Kendall Jenner's taco just ends all men's careers, no matter what their chosen field is. And if I go to hell for that, okay. But my guess is that if you put your seed in her garden, if you put your seed in her garden, Valhalla is where you will remain.
It's a bad choice, dude. It's
Kardashian or Jenner? Are you a Kardashian
Jenner,
or Jenner?
for sure. Jenner for sure is better than Kardashian, but both are toxic as hell.
Do you believe in the Jenner curse?
Yes.
You do?
Oh, for sure. Because here's the deal, dude. You get involved with the Jenners and the Kardashians, your whole life is just a cesspool of drama and reality TV show. And so what inherently happens? You're distracted. You're spending way more money than you typically would.
True.
You're off your game. Like, there's no question, dude. I have no doubt about it, dude. No question about it.
So you buy into it?
Yes.
Okay. Rock and rant. That family is Olympic level crazy. Hey, how about your boy Desmond Bain? It turns out
Ruben.
Or why do I say Desmond Bain? Ruben Bain. Shut up, Jake. Ruben Bain. Apparently his draft stock will be unimpacted by this traffic accident, girl was killed thing. The dragging of Ruben Bain that we talked about yesterday. Sources told Ian Rappaport that most NFL executives knew about this and do not believe it's a factor in drafting him, mainly because the statement that the girl's family put out supporting the behaviors and the actions after the incident.
Yeah.
Ruben Bain, 2 teammates and a young woman were in Bain's car, allegedly, because no criminal charges were filed related to the disposition of the victim. Ruben Bain got into a traffic accident that resulted in ultimately the tragic death of a woman who was in the car. He apparently handled himself with class, dignity, grace, showed concern for the girl, kept in touch, and the family of the deceased essentially wrote a letter in a public statement supporting Ruben Bain and who he is and the circumstances around the accident. And this apparently really had sway with NFL people.
Yeah, I mean, that's great to hear, man. I'm glad that he's not going to be impacted. That's how it should be.
Yeah. Totally agree. Yes, name one athlete that has left a Jenner situation better than when they started it.
Not ideal, dude.
Devin Booker's doing all right. Book had a pretty good year this year. My guy. I mean, he's no Laurie McCarkinen.
Laurie McCackinen?
But he'll do.
Right.
Macaque.
Laurie Markkinen or Devin Booker?
No, Devin Booker. It ain't even a conversation.
Joey, Jake with no vest equals thin svelte Jake. Does the vest make you look fat, Jake?
Well, it is a puffer vest. I mean,
Yeah. Monty and Jake at Burning Man. We need a live week of shows from an RV.
Never gonna happen, dude. Never gonna happen. I'm just telling you, it's not gonna happen.
No.
Like it's not. One, I'm not an RV guy. Never gonna buy an RV. Two, come on, dude. You're not buying an RV. Come on.
I'm not buying one, but Mrs. Monty and I rented an RV and went to Jellystone Park.
Mm-hmm.
And it was actually a really nice experience until you have to watch your own bodily waste go through a clear plastic tube into a tank.
Yeah. No, I'm not. No, it's hotel for me, man.
One of the worst things I've ever done. And there is no pooping on the RV. You do not deuce in the RV toilet.
You just go in the woods or something then?
You go wherever you can go. I don't remember where I pooped, but I'm sure I pooped somewhere and it was not the RV toilet.
Okay.
But you do tend to middle of the night pee guy in the RV toilet. And can I just tell you the humble, awful nature of watching your own bodily fluids go down a tube into a tank when you're dumping your RV waste?
But wait, I thought you couldn't take a dump on an RV.
Whoever you don't, but you pee and it goes in, you watch it. Whoever thought that it's a good idea to have a clear plastic tube as the dumping tube off of your RV, you're a bad person.
Yeah, my
You're a bad
business
person.
that I started is draining the waste from RVs, but I thought it would be a really good idea to use clear tubes so people could see the damage they do.
Human lemonade is not supposed to be viewed going off the RV.
That's an issue.
No, never again. The Jenners are leeches. Okay. Joey, as Jake gets ripped and drops the weight, the Jenners will be hunting him down. Okay. Never been to Burning Man. I don't want to see anything I can't unsee, bro. Burning Man, and I hate Coachella. That whole thing it's just not my scene. And
no.
You know what? I guess if I had ever been to Coachella, I probably would feel differently. It's just nothing has ever said to me, man, I need to go to Coachella this year. Maybe, listen, maybe when I'm like 65 and I'm a hippie who smokes weed and just smashes all day long. Because
that's different than now.
That's what Coachella feels like. Well, I've never smoked weed in my entire life, not even once.
Oh,
and I'm being serious. But it feels like Coachella is where you go to party, smoke weed, drink a lot, and listen to great music.
That's about right.
That's just, maybe I'm just get off my lawn, guy. That's not my thing.
It's a young man's thing. It's a young man's thing. And you know, again, you know, it's a young man's thing, dude. I listen, my time will be spent. Listen, my time is spent in one of three areas. Okay. My time is either spent improving the work from home setup, the set, and like the day to day in that area. The second area is obviously golf, and then the third area would be just any type of trip that probably also includes golf. I mean, that's basically the three areas.
I
mean,
would
that's,
agree.
You know, I mean, that's where it's at. So I mean, it's just streamlining for whatever reason. For me, there's like just loads of enjoyment in streamlining the work from home flow.
Yeah.
You know, like getting your desk so dialed in that like, you know, like one of my goals is to figure out a way to have one desk that I work at each day instead of having like two desks and like all these different things. Like that process of trying to figure out how to make it all work together is just way too enjoyable to not try to do it. And that's the same thing for people who like Coachella. Some people want to, you know, you want to go out to the desert and
I
pop
think
some
my wife would
pills
go to, if I said, hey, let's go to Coachella next year, I think she would say yes.
Yeah.
I think she would have a great time there. But it's one of those things where I would just probably wind up going kicking and screaming.
Yeah.
It's just not my thing. I'm probably a poor sport about it. That family is Olympic level crazy. The Jenners. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gabriel, I would rather attend an Imagine Dragon concert than attend Coachella. Yeah. Imagine Dragons would be cool.
Yeah, I just think it's difficult right now too. Like, you know, if you're not like that young 18 to 23-year-old who doesn't really have any obligations in life, and you're just waking up each day and living for a minute, like it's just not a great time to be doing things that you're just burning time that are pointless, you know? Like legitimately I can say, like, you know, we make content on golf. Golf is therapeutic. Whether I'm hitting it good or not, it's still fun to be out there. Like, you know, like there's a lot of reasons that golf kind of works in our flow, you know, but like I don't have a lot of like financial want to or just want to generally to go and like, you know, just be in that situation. I mean, hell, I don't even like, and you're talking about a dude and myself that I don't even like feeling like crap if I eat something bad, let alone being like way out of my routine and stuff, which, you know, maybe that's just, you know, to your point, like get off my lawn material, but that's when I hear things like Coachella or anything that's, you know, super loud, like, you know, just
I don't even care about how loud
like,
I feel bad that I am not the social butterfly that my wife wants to be.
Well,
that's that. I wish that I liked going to big parties. I would like, we have a theater across the street that, you know, it has comedy shows, and she's like, oh, we should go to that. I'm like, oh, on a weekend maybe, but how much are the tickets for that? I'd rather go.
Like I would so much rather, dude, for like the next time I live in a Major League Baseball market, I'll be at a lot more games. Like I haven't been to a big league game since Wrigley, and I really miss that. Even like, you know, like even in maybe this is me in particular, but I just think there's not a lot of things that are as enjoyable as being in a big league ballpark that's an outdoor setup, like not a dome setup, but an outdoor setup on a nice sunny day, and you're just sitting there, you're enjoying it, you're watching the game, like it's stuff like that those are the things that I try to do. I really try to be outside, be doing things you like to do in the off time, you know, and that's what I think you have to do when we as people just, you know, work as much as we do. And, you know, it also doesn't help that like, you know, this time we're in is just as expensive as it possibly can be.
Totally
with
agree.
literally everything. Like it's just so backbreakingly expensive right now that I just like stuff like Coachella to me is just, if you're going to Coachella, you're a young person who's probably never been and just trying to do that,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. There's nothing more enjoyable to me than sitting in the bleachers at Wrigley watching baseball. I had such a good time being in Chicago with my wife last year.
Yeah.
We're not going to get back this year, I don't think. We've tried, and we have a lot of other stuff going on, but I love it. We also live right down the street from, T-Mobile Park.
Safeco, don't call me T-Mobile.
Yeah, it'll be here in the Cubs will be here in August. My wife bought me tickets already.
Nice.
So, the family statement should be the be all end all, but probably won't be. Yeah. Yeah, for Ruben Bain, it's a terrible situation. Anyway, you look at it. Gabriel, trust me, I lived in an RV for almost a year. Not fun.
Yeah,
I think RV trips are fun. With the cost of diesel right now, obviously, but in general, I thought my wife and I rented an RV from just a dude, like half an hour away from Yellowstone, and I thought we had a great time.
Mm-hmm.
I would do it again, for sure. RV toilets are ridiculously small as well, and it's right next to the shower. Yeah. And that dumping station thing. I have a terrible gag reflex. Like, I don't want to, dude, no. Anyway. I've never been to a concert, only Bama game and Coke Zero 400s in Daytona. Ooh. NASCAR is just hot.
Yeah, what are you guys doing right now, for fun? What is your non-football season fun thing to do? Like what is that? Because that's what we're all really talking about, right? Because during football season, I imagine most of you are watching football on the weekends. That's what I
had fun doing? I got to be honest with you. I took a cue from you, Jake. We played golf. We played 9 holes. Mrs. Marty and I played golf on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And she had this clip in her bag where we could clip my phone to the cart post. And we watched the Masters and played 9 holes.
I'm telling you, it's the whole deal, bro.
That was really fun.
If you can have, and I need to get one. I haven't gotten one of those magnetic ones, but I'm definitely going to get one. Dude, if you have a magnetic phone mount for a golf cart, you go out there, it makes it so much better if you have something on to pass the time between holes, especially if you're having to wait.
Yeah, that was written. Dude, my wife pisses me off.
Here we go.
But no one's going to disrespect me.
She doesn't practice golf at all. And just hits bombs, dude. We were playing best ball because we were trying to be faster, one, and it was wet, too.
Mm-hmm.
I think we used like 2 of her drives because the one I overhit the fairway and she had a perfect angle. Like, she just, I don't know how she does it. She's hitting irons better than me. Like, she just hits the ball a mile. It's ridiculous, but it is what it is. Caitlyn Jenner is the role model for self-hating, voting against your own interests, and Coachella was fun once 20 years ago. I've never been to Coachella. And I don't remember the name of the music festival. When I was in high school, there was a big rock music festival where all the big bands came around. I can't remember the name of the venue in Wisconsin. I don't remember. The one where Stevie Ray Vaughan crashed his helicopter. I can't remember. But there was a big rock festival up there that I went to. But the weed is what bothers me. If I'm being listen, if you smoke weed, that's up to you. I do not understand the desire to be high just walking around every day. Like, I live in Seattle where pretty much we were walking our dog last night and your people are blazing all over the place.
Yeah.
I don't understand that lifestyle. I understand the draw to Coachella. I'd much rather go to a hockey game or an NBA game or a baseball game, like you were saying.
Yeah.
Give me a Modelo, especially here in Seattle where I can walk or scooter to the ballpark. But give me a Modelo, give me a hot dog, It's the one day a month where I'll actually eat crappy food. But I all day or all weekend at a music festival just does not sound fun to me.
Nope. Not at all.
You'd have to go all VIP level and be selective on what acts to see without overdoing it. I think so. My lower back and knees can't handle those concerts anymore where you stand for 8 hours at a time. I hate that. It's Spartan training for me. That's what you do for fun.
Yeah.
Okay. I go fishing and play Pokemon TCG. Okay. Along with watching NASCAR. I like it.
There you go. There you go, bro.
Joey says yard work. Golf is on the agenda these weekends lately. Not bad. Okay. Joey also says, dude, my wife pisses me off, dude. The fact that I say it in jest, but the fact that she hits bombs, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Do hockey games, Grizz and Mammoth RSLBs and such, concerts not so much. Yeah, how about the Utah Grizzlies? No longer a thing in Utah.
Yeah, that's tough, bro.
Officially over. Gabriel, don't go to Coachella, Monty. It's not worth it. And it's really expensive. Yes, Alpine Valley. Thank you. Yeah. You would have more fun golfing in Puerto Rico, sipping on margaritas rather than being packed in sardines, listening to trash and drivel.
Yeah.
You know. I'm not a concert person. I've never been to one. Closest thing I've been to is the symphony, more of going to baseball. My wife and I love the symphony.
So awesome, dude.
Love the symphony.
It's so good.
And again, I live in, it needs to warm up because when Seattle is warm, dude, walking to the symphony, amazing. We walked to dinner the other night and it was amazing. My wife ordered gnocchi with filet from Carmine's on 5th here in Seattle.
Pay
dude,
that man his money.
Oh my God. The gnocchi filet was, I get the same thing every time. Rigatoni bolognese.
Yeah.
My wife is way more adventurous than me. She got the gnocchi with filet and it was like sliced filet.
Mm-hmm.
Dude. It was incredible. It was absolutely incredible. For the final time, screw Coachella. Screw all the spoiled brats that don't have to worry about gas prices, and shame on the organizers for trying to collect a quick buck. That feels deeply personal. Was it the first game and was it the last game for the Grizz? Kind of heartbreaking, hoping we get something MAV to replace it. Hopefully PWHL or AHL. Yeah.
Brandon, did you go to the new Bees ballpark yet?
Yep, out in Daybreak. Yes. Can we talk a little bit more about Diana Rossini? Should Diana Rossini be fired? Listen to this clip of Mike Florio talking about Diana Rossini, and he says what nobody else wants to say. What was the quid pro quo? And was there one between Rossini and Vrabel?
That's how it usually happens. The reporters use their platform to do favors for their sources. This is a different manifestation of the same behavior. At the end of the day, you're compromising your integrity. And you're undermining your own credibility in order to protect the free flow of information. Now, where's the line? I don't know. But you can argue that people in that business, that race for the information that then becomes the, got to get this tweet. I got to tweet it before the other person who got the same text tweets it. That race requires people to do some unsavory things. And there are different definitions of what may be unsavory. And we don't know that anything unsavory is happening. But it's all relationship driven.
Wait, did he just say?
Oh, yes.
That Diana Rossini slept with Mike Vrabel on an information trading basis. Do you believe that's what happened, Jake?
I mean, it's a hell of an accusation, Mike. I think that it's possible. Certainly it's possible. Wouldn't be the first time. Won't be the last time. I certainly, yeah, I mean, I just frankly don't doubt that happens. I think that's, I'm not saying everyone does that. I just think in life, what do we know? We know that there are levels to the game, and some people are willing to stoop further than others. And I think Diana has, I'm not going to sit here and say that she's built her whole career on that. I don't believe that for a second. I think she's, a hell of a talent, very good at what she does, very talented. But at the same time, I think it's probably more of a situation where she actually really likes Mike Vrabel, that she actually enjoys his company and they get along really well. And I think it's more of a genuine thing more than hey, give me sourced information or insider information on X, Y, and Z, and I'll do X, Y, and Z in return. You know what I mean? It didn't when you're hand in hand and you're, lovey the way they were, it doesn't seem transactional. It seems more, heartfelt. And that's the thing.
I don't believe that Diana Rossini is trading sex for information. Do I think that her and Vrabel smashed? Yes. That's my opinion. Do I believe that Diana Rossini whores her way through the NFL? No, I do not. I don't believe that her and Vrabes were, I have a hard time believing she was like, dude, what's going on behind the scenes? Tell me and I'll give it up.
Me?
I'll have sex with you if you tell me what's going on with Drake May. I just don't believe that that's the case. This looks like two people in a relationship.
Yeah.
This does not look like meet me at a hotel on Sunset and you got 7 minutes because I got to get on with my life.
Yeah.
This looks like two people who enjoy each other's company. This looks like two people in a relationship. That's what it looks like to me. I don't believe that it was a quid pro quo information for sex.
No.
I just don't believe that. I do believe now I've heard enough, and my opinion is morphed into, I think she needs to resign from the New York Times.
Yeah. Yeah. I just don't know how you get away from this. I don't know. At some point she's going to have to face the music on this. At some point there's going to have to be accountability or, this is what I was saying yesterday about Mike, right? At some point they're both going to have to do media and answer the question. It's just got to happen.
The mayor says, I don't doubt that happens all the time. You think that happens all the time?
Yeah, I think that happens all the time as well. I just don't think that Diana Rossini is in the all the time portion. I think that these two like each other a lot. I think that Diana, even putting it conservatively, likes to have a good time. We've seen her. She's a social butterfly. She gets along with everybody. She's a great person. We all know that. That's documented. That's factual. But I think that I just think the mistake they made was that they got too comfortable. They got comfortable to a point where they thought that they could be outside in the sunlight in public doing this and nobody would say anything.
They got too comfortable to the point where somebody hired a private investigator.
Yeah. Yeah,
and
man.
I think, yes, Gabriel, something is missing. And I'll go back to what Breer said yesterday, Albert Breer. Here's the problem with the Diana Rossini story.
The lines get blurred in these sorts of situations sometimes. And it's, again, it's hard because I think a lot of times, a lot of my female colleagues get questioned in ways when they're seen with these guys out.
No question.
In ways that I do not get questioned.
No, there's absolutely no question.
And I think that a lot of that is totally unfair.
It is.
And if this is what it looks like, then this is really bad for all the women who are doing it on the level, and like that's the part that Diana's done such a good job covering the league, but if that line was crossed, well, then she's screwing over a lot of other women. You know what I mean? It's going to make a lot of other women. It's going to make people make assumptions about a lot of other women who don't deserve to have those assumptions made about them.
Well, and the issue is that we as men treat women as sexual objects. It's just, it's the sad reality. We don't look at a woman for her brains. We look at her for her curves and her chest and her ass and when you're a woman working in a male-dominated field, whether that's tech, the law, sports, you can never compromise that. You can never sex your way to a promotion, to whatever. The problem is it happens all the time. And the problem is for somebody like Diana Rossini, it appears, because I don't believe, I want to make this really clear, I do not believe that Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel had sex so that Mike Vrabel would give her information. I don't believe that happened.
I agree with that completely.
Again, you look at these pictures, this doesn't look like a woman who was leveraged into sex for information.
No, it looks like they like each other a lot or love each other or whatever the word is. And they, are
look at the
chilling.
smile on her face in this picture.
Yeah, they're chilling.
They're having a good time. It looks to me, if we are to believe, and again, I don't know what happened because I look at these pictures on this rooftop, I believe they had sex. They're very intimate photos. Look at the way their hands are interlocked. And the problem is this damages the credibility of women in every industry, not just sports media, in every industry.
Yes.
And did Diana Rossini have to think about that? No, she should have. But the issue is no male will ever be in this situation. And the real issue is we learned nothing from the Harvey Weinsteins, our current fearless leader, and all of the money that he owes to women who have sued him. We've learned nothing out of that. How many times will a man fall at the feet of a woman? And will we joke about Bill Clinton getting his cigar smoked in the Oval Office?
But that's the interesting part about this whole conversation with Rossini. I don't think Mike's fallen. I don't think that Mike
Well, he's not allowed to do media right now.
Well, allowed?
Allowed. There is a belief out there that the NFL and the Patriots have limited his media running up to the draft.
I don't know that I buy that. I think that he doesn't want to do media because he doesn't want to talk about it. That's what I think. I think
which
that Mike,
is smart.
Yeah,
I believe that Mike Vrabel would have laughed it off in the media, and I think that would have been an incredibly bad look. Because I think this story is very damaging. We as men will laugh it off and be like, "Oh, well, I'd hit that." Well, that's great, but careers are being ruined, right? Yeah. Have they been linked together in the past, or is this the first time? Oh, they've been linked together in the past.
She covered the Titans early in her career. She was a Titans beat reporter early in her career.
Yeah. I just, it's not great. I don't get how people are amazed that women like men or sex. Well, I don't think it's a thing that women like men or sex. I mean, why would we assume women don't like men or sex? I think the big problem would be if she is a married woman being a question of integrity, and he's a married man.
Well,
and I like how we spin this thing. I like how we spin this thing. Well, they're both married. What's the problem? Well, because they're both married. They're being unfaithful.
Yeah.
And who knows? Who knows? Listen, again, I don't think that people grasp the idea. What's the right way to say it? Right? You have a responsibility with being famous and prominent. not to be a scumbag. And in our society, cheating on your spouse, especially when you have young kids, makes you a scumbag.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you're a woman and you're held to 2, 3, 4 times the standard that a man in your same position is held to the point where allegedly you're being followed by a private investigator, it just sucks, dude. It's not ideal. The whole thing sucks, in my opinion.
Couldn't agree more. Yeah, I think that the integrity portion of the conversation is layered. I mean, the breach of integrity starts just with the idea that, you would ever be in a pool with bro. One. And I said that day that I had a problem with that. I think that from a professional standards standpoint, you don't do that. One. Two, I also said the day the story came out that I wouldn't have an issue with her as a reporter meeting Mike or anybody else that she's covering or looking to get information from at a bar or like in a more casual space in public. I don't have a problem with that. I mean, that's what you do, right? I mean, it's not like we're doing, illegal activity or something in back alleys. Like you just meet people and you talk to them. Like that's part of the industry.
Yeah.
But it just goes further though when again, it's the level of comfort here. It's the level of
how easy it seems.
Yeah, just how easy and the casual nature and like it doesn't, I guess the best way to say it is it just doesn't seem like this is a professional relationship. That's the problem. It seems like this is a personal, casual, enjoyment relationship, which again, it's a problem because of who they are and their life setup. It's like, I don't have an issue with her and Mike, getting busy. The issue is that you're married and that he's an NFL head coach and you're an NFL reporter. That's the problem, dude. That's the issue. So I just think it doesn't make, like, I think people took this story too far when they want to call them horrible people and awful individual. Like I'm not really at that point with it. It's just business at this point. You guys made bad decisions.
You're not bad. Diane Orsini's not a bad person. Mike Vrabel's not a bad person.
Yeah,
they made bad choices, right? I mean, you breached your professional ethics. That's very clear what happened on both. Everybody, again, wants to vilify Diana Rossini because she's a woman, so it's her fault automatically. It's not. It's their Mike Vrabel has an ethical obligation on multiple levels here. But I think Diana has to resign, unfortunately. Maybe Vrabel has that Kirilenko hall pass. God, you guys remember that? Andre Kirilenko. His wife would let him step outside of their marriage, like once a year or whatever it was. Wild. You're right, Monty. It sets women back once again. I've seen it firsthand how unfair and hard working women in the workforce are treated. Very true.
Yeah.
Very, very true. All right. The Monty Show, as always, presented by the Advocates at theadvocates.com. Appreciate all of you being here. To all of our new viewers, we have a lot of them right now. I appreciate you being here as well. Back tomorrow. Don't forget, we're off this Friday. Be on a little mini vacation. Next week is the week of the NFL draft. Ty Simpson's better than Fernando Mendoza. We'll find some drama to talk about tomorrow, I'm sure. The Monty Show is always presented by the Advocates at theadvocates.com. The best injury attorneys in the business. Call them first. 24/7, 365. And you never reach into your pocket to pay the Advocates. So you have nothing to lose at theadvocates.com. Until tomorrow, say goodbye, Jake.
Goodbye, Jake.